What's up? Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Really appreciate it if you do. We back to the book club tonight. As you can see, I'm back in the car. Doing that because my kids are always making noises in the house. Like I want to. It's more professional, more quiet in here, so pretty sure y'all don't mind. Hit that like button. Really appreciate it if you do. All right. I guess already got 2 likes so far, so go with that. But we the books, the book of Enoch we was been listening to for the past few days. Well, not the past 2 days, because that's been different. But the book of Enoch, that wasn't like one book. Like that was a completion of books. So I wasn't for. I don't think that was like the right version people was used to hearing. So I think I have this version tonight. We're gonna be listening to, which is the book of Enoch, not the books. We've been listening to the books. This is the book. So. Make sure y'all give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Get your weed, get your lighter.
Testament by Jude, verses 14 and 15, and themes of the book are referenced in 2 Peter 2:1. Also, the first 36 chapters have been considered scripture in the Ethiopic Coptic Church, a church who ascribes their founder as the Apostle John. Additionally, it was one of the most significant Jewish pseudepigrapha, writings ascribed to someone other than the real author. It is believed that the Book of Enoch was taken out of the Jewish canon by the Sanhedrin just after Jesus' death because of the prophecies they thought pointed to Jesus as the Messiah. However, the Oxford Dictionary of the Christian Church states, quote, "This view has been increasingly questioned, especially since the discovery of the Qumran fragments, where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found. For although all the other sections of 1st Enoch are well represented in these fragments, the Messianic chapters 37 to 71 were not represented at all, nor are they represented in the Greek and Latin fragments. It is probable, therefore, that they are a later Christian insertion into the book, and that it was the New Testament which influenced them, rather than vice versa." Close quote. There is no question, however, that the chapters outside chapters 37 to 71 are BC in their time origin, as they were part of the fragments in Qumran. For further proof, here are some stark and uncanny Book of Enoch references in the New Testament. Number 1. Jesus referred to the Book of Enoch. Quote, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Matthew 5:5. Pulled from, "The elect shall possess light, joy, and peace, and they shall inherit the earth." Enoch 5:7 and 6:9. Number 2. In Luke 6:24, Jesus says, "Woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation," compared to Enoch 94:8 and 93:7, which says, "Woe to you who are rich, for in your riches have you trusted, but from your riches you shall be removed." Number 3. In Matthew 19:28, Jesus says, "Ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel," compared to Enoch 108:12 and 105:26, which states, "I will place each of them on a throne of glory." Number 4. In Luke 16:26, Jesus says, "Between us and you there is a great gulf fixed," compared to, "By a chasm their souls are separated." Enoch 22:9-12. Number 5. In John 12:36, Jesus says, "That ye may be called the children of light," compared to, "the good from the generation of light." Enoch 108:11 and 105:25. And number 6. One direct quote in the New Testament is by Jude, a brother of Christ. Jude 1:14 and 15, quoting Enoch 1:9. "And Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds."
All right, so just heard him. They said that Enoch was 7 generations after Adam, but like one of the other books of the books of Enoch, they was trying to see like when was the book of Enoch made? Was it before Genesis or after Genesis? But I guess they just confirmed it was after Genesis for the simple fact he comes after Adam. But also there's uh, this God that we reading about, the Bible, Christian God. It's not really a Christian God. He's a Nation of Islam God. Like he's the God of the Hebrew Israelites. So for Christians to be worshiping the God of Hebrew Israelites, but the Hebrew Israelites don't fuck with Christians like that. Like it's kind of messed up and weird. I mean, I say it's messed up, but it's kind of funny and kind of weird because everybody's like, "Hey, this is the true beliefs." I'm like, "This is the book. We are the chosen people." But I mean, I believe there are people who are chosen, but I don't think it's like the just the Nation of Islam, the chosen people on this planet. Like they probably God's chosen people because He created them. That's why they're here to worship Him, like that God. But you got Buddha, you got Krishna, you got Ra, you got Zeus, you got fucking Thor, Odin and shit. Like you got different gods in all these different mythologies, and not just mythologies, but these are some people's real beliefs. Like Shango, oh yeah, those like Yemaya, Obatala, those are like not Egyptian gods, but African gods. So there's so many different gods for different fucking continents and people. Like so, for this to be the main prevalent, the Bible to be the main prevalent, like it's because they capitalize off of war, like taking over, and that was mentioned in the Bible when God led the Hebrew Israelites out of Egypt. He told Moses, uh, "Follow my rules, and like we gonna just start taking over, like just different tribes and stuff." So he accomplished his goal. I see why the world is like it is now, but yeah, it was a question in the first book. We were saying, was Enoch, the book of Enoch, before Genesis, after? And I just got my answer because it said he's 7 generations. Well, I didn't say 7 generations, but it was 7. Yeah, basically 7 generations after Adam. So, but if he was 7 generations after Adam, did he come before Noah? After Noah? Because God did. I mean, it did. He did mention. That was mentioned. So I don't know. This shit is all contradiction and confusing.
"Which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him." Close quote. You will love how this series of revelations help to fill in many blanks about Genesis, the description of the wickedness of the world pre-flood of Noah, how fallen angels corrupted human seed, destiny of angels, future apocalyptic events explained in more detail, and much, much more. The Book of Enoch, Chapter 1. The word of the blessing of Enoch, how he blessed the elect and the righteous who were to exist in the time of trouble, rejecting all the wicked and ungodly. Enoch, a righteous man, who was with God, answered and spoke, while his eyes were open, and while he saw a holy vision in the heavens. This the angel showed me. From them I heard all things, and understood what I saw. That which will not take place in this generation, but in a generation which is to succeed at a distant period, on account of the elect. Upon their account I spoke and conversed with him, who will go forth from his habitation, the holy and mighty one, the God of the world, who will hereafter tread upon Mount Sinai, appear with his hosts, and be manifested in the strength of his power from heaven. All shall be afraid, and the watchers be terrified. Great fear and trembling shall seize them, even to the ends of the earth. The lofty mountains shall be troubled, and the exalted hills depressed, melting like a honeycomb in the flame. The earth shall be immerged, and all things which are in it perish, while judgment shall come upon all, even upon all the righteous. But to them shall he give peace. He shall preserve the elect, and towards them exercise clemency. Then shall all belong to God, be happy and blessed, and the splendor of the Godhead shall illuminate them. Chapter 2. Behold, he comes with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon them, and destroy the wicked, and reprove all the carnal for everything which the sinful and ungodly have done, and committed against him. Quoted by Jude, verses 14
Hey,
and
I got a
15.
question. Anybody who was in here, like when we was like reading, listening to the other books of Enoch, they said that an angel, forgot his name, stole the secrets of heaven and gave it to men, and that's when sin like came into play. So, if that's the case, why was there sin in the first place? Why did God create sin? If that was like part of the secrets of heaven that one of the angels, the fallen angels, uh, gave to man, taught him about war, all of that shit. Like, if this is the God, the creator of all, but it doesn't say he's the creator of all, it says the God of this world, and that world is thousands of years ago. This we're in a different time and age, like so. I mean, I still do believe like it will be an end. The end. I can't say the end is near, like, but that's what my great grandma used to say. Never truly like. It's like, yeah, I kind of believe you because I just thought like, hey, I'm like, how you know? Like, I used to always think like, geez, how you know that like the Jesus is coming back like a thief in the night, and like this is we near the end of the world. And like as a kid, when she would say things like that, like me, I'll just be thinking like, well, Gigi, you kind of old already, so I think you gonna pass away before Jesus come back. Like I used to think these thoughts as a kid, like, but she would always say that. I never questioned her because she'd slap the shit out of me. But overall, like I used to always just question the Bible, like internally. Then as I got older, became a grown man, I would start asking those questions out loud. A lot of people didn't like that in the beginning, but like I wasn't doing. I mean, at first, I know the reason they wasn't like what I was doing is because I was trying to shit on people's beliefs. Like I was trying to let people know, hey, only reason you believe what you believe in is because your parents gave it to you. You never truly chose your own religion. Like some people do, but then you got people like me who I'd rather choose not to be in a religion at all. I'll study them, but I'm not about to stay in there. It's like going to school. Like I'm gonna study, I'm gonna be in class, but I'm not gonna stay in class 24/7 all my life. Like nah, as soon as I graduate, get all the knowledge I need out this book, I'm gonna go forward and read another. Well, I'm gonna always keep reading other books, but this is a book like you. It's basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's what the Bible means. Basic. So if you just stuck on basic instructions, what about the advanced? So understanding like it's levels to life and levels to like just all spirit type of spirituality and just this this whole game we in. Like that's why I just focus on myself. I believe in like there isn't something outside of me, above me, under me, like that's controlling me, that's making me live my life in the way it does. Jerome, shout out to you for saying that again. Synergistic study. What's good? Wasn't you in here? Cause I remember that word. Like I was literally just thinking of that word because I couldn't remember. But it was synergistic, and that word was mentioned in my live before. But I think it was by you. Like you had said it, mentioned it. But glad you said that because it was in my head, but I couldn't I couldn't remember to save my life what that word was.
Chapter 3. All who are in the heavens know what is transacted there. They know that the heavenly luminaries
like, cause
change
there ain't
not their
nobody gonna be
paths,
saying that word like
that each
that. Like,
rises and sets regularly.
I thought I had. Well, I know there's no way you can know everything. I know, like, even though I know a lot of knowledge, knowing a lot of wisdom, know a lot of words, there's still a lot more I don't know. So when people say words like synergistic, I'm like, wait, what is it? What that mean? Like, cause I don't know everything. Like, and me being the type of person, you would think, oh, I should know what that means because he explained it. But I'm like, yeah, I never heard it. But now that I know it, like, now it's just about remembering the word. I know the meaning of it, but just remembering the word. Like, so when people ask me, hey, what are you synergistic?
Every one at its proper period, without transgressing the commands which they have received. They behold the earth and understand what is there transacted. From the beginning to the end of it, they see that every work of God is invariable in the period of its appearance. They behold summer and winter.
Love the name, why Anubis? I got got Anubis right here in my car with me. I keep my Anubis in my car for protection, so keeps me out of car crashes, police shit, all of that. You got a hotness. I like to message you. Hey, shout out, thank you for that. Really appreciate it. 363 knowledge is rooted. Yep, I'm telling nothing but the truth though. But yeah, for my whole page, like even though like some of the videos I post that go the most viral be having like the most negative comments on it. I'm like, man, it's supposed to be positive minds only, but well, I guess I'm the positive mind only, and the people who be commenting like shit, a bunch of negative fucks. But I can't I can't be mad at that because it was a time I'm like, man, I want to get millions of views. I want videos that got millions of views. But now when I start getting millions of views. I got Thoth in the house as well. I got Thoth, Ra, Hathor, Mayat, Queen Nefertiti, Bast. Like these are different like statues. I got small, different sizes and stuff. So got the Bible. Like I got any like I need some Buddha statues honestly. Lord Shiva and stuff like that. Krishna. Like I like I love all of that. Exactly. So it'd be crazy though because those be the ones that like I dropped a Dave Chappelle video like if it got over 1 million views. Like it's literally still going up. But if you read those comments, you'd be like, damn, what the fuck? This is like, no wonder my life. I wouldn't even want my lives to be full with those type of people. With people that's like always talking negative in the comments. Like I said, before I got 1 million views on a video, I was just begging, like, man, I know that'd be cool if I got 1 million. Not taking into consideration the shit that come with it and negative minded people. So like try to stay out of the comments, and plus I don't let that shit affect me for one, cause hey, this is all technology. I can just easily cut my phone off and not see nothing, not worry about nothing, not hear nothing. Like so, it's not like those comments affect me, but to see like just how the world is, that shit dirty, and dark.
Perceiving that the whole earth is full of water, and that the cloud, the dew, and the rain refresh it. Chapter 4. They consider and behold every tree, how it appears to wither, and every leaf to fall off, except of 14 trees, which are not deciduous, which wait from the old to the appearance of the new leaf, for 2 or 3 winters. Chapter 5. Again, they consider the days of summer, that the sun is upon it at its very beginning, while you seek for a covered and shady spot on account of the burning sun, while the earth is scorched up with fervid heat, and you become incapable of walking either upon the ground or upon the rocks in consequence of that heat. Chapter 6. They consider how the trees, when they put forth their green leaves, become covered and produce fruit, understanding everything, and knowing that he who lives forever does all these things for you, that the works at the beginning of every existing year, that all his works are subservient to him and invariable. Yet as God has appointed, so are all things brought to pass. They see, too, how the seas and the rivers together complete their respective operations. But you endure not patiently, nor fulfill the commandments of the Lord. but you transgress and calumniate his greatness. And malignant are the words of your polluted mouths against his majesty. Ye withered in heart, no peace shall be to you. Therefore your days shall you curse, and the years of your lives shall perish. Perpetual execration shall be multiplied.
I understand, like, the Bible's not to be took literally. The world don't. Like goddamn, y'all really believe these stories? Jonah got swallowed by a big fish, survived 3 days, like, cause he tried to run. Like, bruh, people be like, I mean, I understand it because it's a programming, and just like how as kids we believed in Santa Claus because our parents believe in hell and all these stories because they parents told them they think it's still real. Nobody ever told them, like, hey, it's just fantasy. It's like the fucking that nightmare boogeyman story they used to tell you. I mean, your parents used to tell you about. But some people don't understand that, so they stay stuck out of fear, like of like chasing a. I don't know what like the difference it is between like I remember I was a Christian, right, and I never had no type of goals, never had no type of no type. I didn't know who I was, none of that. Like so, I know that wasn't just the case for me. It was like I couldn't be successful at all. Not to say blame it on church and all, but like how my mind was like what the Bible says a rich man can't make it into heaven and all this other stupid shit about money and riches. Like, of course you won't be able to take the money with you when you go. But you won't be able to take your house, car, clothes, shoes, none of that shit. So while you on this earth, you might as well try to get you something. Like, why would I want to live in poverty and broke my whole life just to die to make it to heaven? Like, what the fuck? Ain't no telling how long I'm gonna be alive. Like, and I dealt with poverty in my 20s. Like, so overcoming that shit, I'm like, I ain't ever going back to that. And if a religion is saying, hey, you can't be rich, I'm not about to be in that religion. I'm not about to have those type of beliefs because that's what it is. It's a belief factor. It's a belief system. Like so, your beliefs you haven't seen it. Like you haven't seen God for yourself. You haven't seen nothing that the Bible said for yourself. I mean, there's certain things, prophecies, quote unquote prophecies, came true. But overall, like even that ain't even happened. Like what prophecy has came true? Because war been going on before the Bible, so the Bible's not predicting like future wars. Like so, when they say the Bible is full of prophecies, let me know, because I ain't seen not one prophecy from the Bible happen. I ain't seen Jesus come back. I ain't seen the world end. I ain't seen fire from the sky. Not to say this shit won't happen and it can't happen, but for me in my lifetime, for my beliefs is what's gotten me to the point where I'm at in life now. And I'm very successful for myself. I ain't super wealthy and super multi-millionaire, but like that's where I'm headed at. Like that's what I'm doing it for. I got 7 kids. What the fuck I look like working at a regular job that's only gonna pay me the what $25 an hour, $30 an hour, that's not gonna work for me. Like, it's not gonna work. Like, so I had to like step out of my comfort zone. I had to like get some new type of beliefs because the beliefs that I was preset with when I was born onto this planet, like they worked for me for I guess when I was a kid and all, like it worked for me because since my grandma, my Gigi were Christians, like I would be like the son, the child that was like always the doing things right. Can't do nothing wrong. Like I was always the golden child. Like so I would be going to church and when the pastor asks who wants to get saved, I'll be the first person to raise I was the first person to raise my hand. When they say who wants to get baptized, I'll be the one to go up to get baptized. Like so my grandma, my Gigi could love me like more because it was like competition. Like not having a mom and a dad and growing up and like the people who do raise you and you got siblings is more than one of y'all, like it's competition. Shout out to Dances Tonight coming through. Like so for me, like my older brother, he's he's the entertainer. Like he was the one who was always talking, always had something to say. Like my older sister, she was the hothead. She didn't listen. Like she was always doing like being rebellious, all that other type of stuff. Then like I'm the middle child. I was the quiet one, the one who got straight A's in school, did everything my parents wanted me to do, even though I was like had my like I was a bad kid too, shit. Like, but I was low key. I was hiding. I was masking it behind, like, what was I doing? I was manipulating my parents. Basically, I was manipulating them to love me more, like do for me more than they did for the others, my other siblings. Because it was time, like I felt like, damn, my older sister got everything she wanted. I'm like, I want to be able to get stuff too. So what my grandma would say, whoever make the honor roll, get whatever they want. Cause you know what I was doing, making the honor roll, straight A's. So you couldn't deny like my success. So my siblings will see that. Then my little brother, the baby brother, Jake's like he started making the honor roll too. But it was like after I had got one, like I guess my grandma stopped making the money she was making at the time. Like when I was making the honor roll, like so by the time he did, like she wasn't buying him nothing. She was just selling him a bunch of false dreams and stuff like so. I did what I had to do growing up in the household I grew up in because like shit for one, it wasn't like we wasn't shown love. We wasn't shown love. Like I mean, we was treated like slaves, low key. Like we always was cleaning. We always had to do shit. Uh, I mean, we was privileged. We got to travel, go out of town, go to different states and shit. Like every year, got to travel on a plane early as a kid. Got to travel on a bus early. Like so, we was doing taking all different types of transportation. So, growing up, like I got to experience that living in Gary when most of my friends and most of my people around me they never traveled. They never left the city. Like their parents never like did anything for them but buy shoes and like Jordans and like name brand clothes. I didn't get none of that shit growing up. Having a grandma and Gigi, like they was raising me like they raised their kid. Like imagine, you know how they say the grandparents supposed to be the nice ones, but when you live with your grandparents, when your grandparents raise you, they gonna raise you like they kids. And my Gigi, her dad was damn near a slave. So how she was raised, she raised us like that. That's why I said like we was treated like slaves because we was raised like my great grandmother was born 1928. She was still picking cotton as a little kid. Like so, even though we wasn't picking cotton, like she had us in our yard, like just doing damn near every day. We was cleaning up, doing something to keep her house how she wanted it. Like so, she built my G. I'm talking referring to my Gigi as well. Like I said as well, but I'm referring to my Gigi when I say her house, like being raised by a slave's daughter. But the way she raised me, it built me up to become the person that I am today. Like so, at first I used to be mad as hell. I used to get whoopings, and I'd be like, I wish you would die. Like literally, I'd be saying shit like that all the time. Like then when she did die in 2015, I was 25. Like so, I was bawling, crying when she finally died. But she was like 87, 80, 80 around 85, something like or 87. Like so, she lived a long life. So, but for the impact she had on me when she was here, like I didn't think I had those type of feelings as a kid. Like if she had to pass away as a because it was just one time my grandma had tricked us, and she was like, my Gigi wasn't coming back. She left because we was like being so bad, and like I just remember that day. I was just crying my eyes out, and mind you, I was a kid, and knowing she used to beat my ass damn near every day, like knowing like my Gigi was gonna be gone and not coming back, like that hurt me. Like so, when she actually passed, when I was a grown man, couldn't help but to cry. Like I think that was like I didn't even cry for my dad died, but he passed away when I was 11. But I didn't spend enough time to like have those emotions. But even when my little sister passed, I didn't cry because I don't know. I'm like, but that my Gigi, like that's the one person like when she transitioned. But me understanding like being more spiritual today, like I know she's here with me. I know she's always with me. I know she's always protecting me. I know she's like literally looking out for me. My dad, sister, like, and I got hella other ancestors that make sure I'm protected on my journey. So that's why I'm more spiritual because, hey, you already know what it is. I got my wife be washing my clothes, so she kind of messed up the flag, but hey, it's cool. I'ma still wear it. And you know it's real. So I definitely like miss my Gigi like a lot, but I also know like she'll always be there. Just just can't touch her no more. But who wants to if she was, if my great grandma was still alive today, she'd be in her 90s, so she wouldn't be moving around and like being active. So why would I want her like to still be dealing with pain and tiredness and all that? Like I'd rather her transition. Like just like when I pass away, I'd rather be like, man, I'm trying to go like out like Enoch, straight out. Like take me without death. No, I didn't. What you talking about? No, you didn't, babe. Did I say something? Oh, oh, yes, you did. You did watch my shirt. It wasn't made like this.
Multiplied, and you
I
shall
didn't say you
not
did it on
obtain
purpose.
mercy. In those days shall you resign your peace with the eternal maledictions of all the righteous, and sinners shall perpetually execrate you. Shall execrate you with the ungodly. The
Tell me
elect
when I go
shall
smoke in
possess
my house.
light, joy, and peace, and they shall inherit the earth. But you, ye unholy, shall be accursed. Then shall wisdom be given to the elect, all of whom shall live, and not again transgress by impiety or pride, but shall humble themselves, possessing prudence, and shall not repeat transgression. They shall not be condemned the whole period of their lives, nor die in torment and indignation, but the sum of their days shall be completed, and they shall grow old in peace, while the years of their happiness shall be multiplied with joy and with peace forever, the whole duration of their existence. Section 2, Chapter 7. It happened after the sons of men had multiplied in those days that daughters were born to them, elegant and beautiful. And when the angels, the sons of heaven,
So they was
beheld
ugly
them,
first.
they became enamored of them, saying to each other, Come,
How do y'all
let us
think
select
Eve
for
looked?
ourselves
The
wives
first,
from the progeny
like
of men,
literally,
and let us beget children.
the first woman on, or quote unquote first woman. How do I know she had to be ugly as fuck? Because if we think about caveman, like did the caveman come before Eve or after Eve? Like, but that's two different fucking types of people anyway. Like so, caveman, like those more Caucasian people. Not all of them, but like that's where they come from. Then you got the other people. Enoch returns in our time. Why they gonna kill Enoch for though? Like if he coming to do his job, that's like a serial killer. Hey, people who think serial like evil is just pure evil. Oh, that's wrong. Understand this. When a fucking serial killer is born, right? He has a mission on this planet. Like the Terminator, the movie Terminator. He came, Arnold Schwarzenegger wiped out his targets. How could that be considered evil if that's what his mission is? If everybody he kills, what if they killed somebody in their past life? What if they did some shit that you don't know about? Like so it's just karma of what they going through. Like so we never take any of that in consideration. Like the whole Brittany Griner situation, I think that's her name. Like what she's going through, you would think from a perspective, a broad perspective, multiple people looking outside looking in, hey, that's wrong what she's going through. America should be doing something. But what if in her past life, and I'm not saying she was a dude in her past life, but she likes women, so she could have been a dude in her past life. She's super tall, play basketball. So what if she was a nigger in her past life or Russian in her past life, did some fucked up shit, died without being punished? Now she's suffering the consequences. Like we have to start looking at like everything happened for a reason, whether you know the story or not, whether you know the backstory or not. Like everything happened for a reason. There is no mistake. Like what she's going through, she's supposed to go through that. Like so, you once you realize that, man, you start. That's why I start clearing up my karma as much as I can, just by like healing myself and like learning like all the fucked up shit that I do consciously, knowing with bad intentions. It comes back on me like damn near sevenfold. So I'm like, well, why would I keep doing that? Why wouldn't I do something good and righteousness and positive? Like so, if the Bible had told me that, then I'd have been like, oh shit, let me stop sinning. But that wasn't the case. Like I had to learn my lessons going out through life. It was made cavemen was made believe they were advanced back then. We still don't know how to make a pyramid back then. But the cavemen wasn't the Egyptians though, right? And they say gods and aliens like help build the pyramids. Like so, you gotta take that into consideration too. Like what they believed in. You don't know what they was working with. That and once I'm glad you said that because back then, like cavemen like that we just see on TV, they wasn't just like you said they not non intelligent most of the time. Like for the time that they was living in, they probably was super intelligent. In Atlantis, damn near 25 to 50,000 years ago, they were way advanced than us. That's why they ended their life. I mean, that's why they went down because they fucked up. They was doing too much. Like they had too much power, had too much knowledge, and once you got that much, you end up corrupting it. So they actually destroyed Atlantis. That's why Atlantis sunk. Like shit, people could say, "Hey, God destroyed them," but they did that. Like they was fucking with crystals and all that shit, and like what they was doing, like ended they. That's why we gonna listen to the convoluted universe. Like that'll let you know. God, stupid as fuck. That'll let you know like how shit happened. Exactly. Like, okay, why the monkeys not evolving today? Like, if we came from them, why don't we see them transition into man? Why do we see fucking scientists trying to make like doing shit with monkeys? But I've never seen a fucking monkey turn into a man. Never. Like, so why has shit stopped evolving? Just like, um, how they say we evolve from over time, then if that's the case, if we evolve from monkeys, then this flesh form ain't the final form. Just like fucking Dragon Ball Z and Frieza and shit. Like he got so many fucking forms. Like you'll never fucking reach your final level, especially the way how mankind is set up. We're programmed to be sleep. We're programmed to not know who we are, not to know our truest potential and power. Like so, the majority of the world never wakes up. It's like literally the Matrix. They sleep. They in fucking in their own lollipop world, and they think everything good, but it really ain't. Like so, you got the certain few people who wake people up, and people who like shit like me. Like shit, I'm not waking people up. People are already woke. I'm just like a teacher to those who are like on a journey. Like, cause it was a point in time where my job was to wake people up. It was my spiritual job was to wake people up. So I was probably doing it the wrong way, but I was still doing my job. I accomplished my goals in doing that because it's so many people in my family, on my Facebook who I know the only reason like they woke up was because of me. Like so not to brag or anything, but I'm saying I did my job. I was able to evolve out of that job. You're not supposed to do one thing forever. You would not catch me doing YouTube forever. I would not do podcasting forever. I'm gonna continue to change and evolve and do other things. Like so now my job is like to basically teach the ones that's already woke, already been on their journey. They you just you gonna be in my you gonna take my spot the next like after I evolve out of this. Like but ain't no telling how long I'm gonna be teaching because hey, on this earth you can either be a student or a teacher. Well technically you both. You'll always be both. But still, some people aren't conscious of that. Like so, me, I'm very aware of who I am. But I'm aware of the people around me more than they. I know the people around me more than they know themselves. Like it's sad to say that, but I know people better than they know themselves. Like so, but it's off the strength of me knowing me. Like in the work I did to get to this mindset and this mental and this, like this level of thinking and this level of awareness. Like shit. I really do feel like Neo sometimes. I can't fly, but shit, that's probably because I'm doubting that, like low key doubting myself. Like with Jesus, he had no doubt. If Jesus wanted to fucking fly, he probably would have did it. He probably could have did it, but he wasn't on that. Nah, the guy. I mean, the devil didn't. The devil try to get him to jump off the mountain to some shit. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure the devil tried to. No, he wanted him to bow to him. I don't think he tried to tempt him to like try to. Did he? I think the devil did tell him to try to jump and see if God the angels would come and catch him, because the devil knew that wasn't gonna happen. The devil knew, like, if he had a jump, he would have committed suicide, and then he'd have been stuck peeing loop fucking cycles because of karma. Jesus was able to live on this planet and not produce any karma. Shout out to Willard. That the marathon definitely continues. That's why we in this bitch every single day. Well, not every day because I'll be missing a couple days, but in the past 90, no, I'm gonna say the past 60 days, I've missed being on live probably like 4 days. For the simple fact, 3 of those days I had COVID. One day, my birthday. Like so, but I was still posting shorts. Like I haven't missed a day of posting shorts, so I'm still being consistent. That's just like one part that I didn't do. So as long as I'm posting in my community posts, as long as I'm posting shorts, as long as I'm getting on here, all of that, like that's just all the content that I'm leaving back. I mean, for when I transition to the next level, and that's why I share like Nipsey Hussle, because I'm making sure his message get heard as well. Like it's people who still haven't tapped into his music, well, not just his music, but his interviews and the wisdom he had. Like so, I'm gonna always try to share something positive or something like people can learn from. Like shit, because and I had to find my sources on my own. Shout out to Andrew coming through. But let me press play on this book.
Children. Then their leader, Samyaza, said to them, I fear that you may perhaps be indisposed to the performance of this enterprise, and that I alone shall suffer for so grievous a crime. But they answered him and said, We all swear and bind ourselves by mutual execrations that we will not change our intention, but execute our projected undertaking. Then they swore all together, and all bound themselves by mutual execrations. Their whole number was 200, who descended upon Ardis, which is the top of Mount Armon. That mountain therefore was called Armon, because they had sworn upon it, and bound themselves by mutual execrations. These are the names of their chiefs: Samyaza, who was their leader, Urakabaramiel, Akibil, Tamiel, Ramuel, Danel, Azkiel, Sarakniel, Azael, Armors, Batrael, Anain, Zavib, Samzavil, Urtael, Turel, Yomyael,
That's my dad.
Araziel.
When they say Terrell, like that's my dad's last name. Like it was supposed to be my last name, but he didn't sign my birth certificate. Like so, I never went by it, but to know like that name keep appearing in the book of Enoch, Terrell as an angel. So, and I was just talking about him transitioning. So, me understanding he's still here with me, protecting me. Like so, affirmation.
These were the prefects of the 200 angels, and the remainder were all with them. Then they took wives, each choosing for himself, whom they began to approach, and with whom they cohabited, teaching them sorcery, incantations, and the dividing of roots and trees. And the women conceiving brought forth giants, whose stature was each 300 cubits. These devoured all which the labor of men produced, until it became impossible to feed them. When they turned themselves against men, in order to devour them, and began to injure birds, beasts, reptiles, and fishes,
we do
to
that
eat their
today,
flesh one after another.
We do that today. What the Giants was doing, like shit, just consuming everything. We do that fucking today. What's the fucking difference? So, even though God wiped out all of them, the Giants, quote unquote, but you still got motherfucking Giants today with NBA players, even people ain't in the NBA. But they're still doing the exact same thing today. You know why? Because those angels God kicked down out of heaven, supposedly, they're still here. They're still fucking women. They're still having babies. They probably not giants. They probably hiding them from God. Low key, they not giants, but they like people who like causing like you they're well known people. So like I said, my dad's last name was mentioned. Who knows? My dad could have been like low key God level. Slept with my mom, and now you got the handsome God right here.
And to drink their blood. Then the earth reproved the unrighteous. Chapter 8. Moreover, Azazel taught men to make swords, knives, shields, breastplates, the fabrication of mirrors, and the workmanship of bracelets and ornaments, the use of paint, the beautifying of the eyebrows, the use of stones of every...
That's what I'm like. Why the angels don't come back today? Why did they stop showing up? They didn't though. That's the thing. Like, but even though like this book is not to be taken literal, but there are angels. I call on angels all the time. Like, so understanding like angels are real. They're not going to appear in like the form of the Bible for the simple fact they would get killed. They would like, man, to see them like, oh no, destroy that shit. Like, why you think they got movies like Superman and them, like where they be trying to like ban the fucking the superheroes because they got too much power. Like, so men don't want nobody to have more power than them. Like, so they try to, of course, the angels that do come here, they gonna look like me and you. Like, so I'm an earth angel. Like, understand my, you can't see my wings, but they there. Like, so
valuable and select kind, and of all sorts of
told me I
dyes,
probably got
so that
kicked
the
out of
world
heaven. That's why I don't believe in God like that. He probably kicked me out because I had like got married, had kids and shit. But I'm back. Can't get rid of me.
became altered. Impiety increased, fornication multiplied, and they transgressed and corrupted all their ways.
You ever seen the
Amazarach taught all the sorcerers and dividers of roots.
May have heard
Armors taught the solution of sorcery. Barcael taught the observers of the stars. Achabiel.
So basically, they were teaching them how to protect themselves with weapons. They were teaching them about astrology, the stars. Like they was teaching them witchcraft, black magic, hoodoo, voodoo. That's what the angels was giving. That was what the secrets that God got mad at them for. It wasn't because they slept with the women and had kids. They was exposing the secrets to heaven. God don't want you to know the true secrets. That's why he don't tell people his true name. People think it's Jehovah, Yahweh. No, that's not. That's a man-made name. Like if he not gonna reveal to you his face, what makes you think he gonna tell you his real name? Like most people think they know their real name. My real, even though my name was born Kenneth L. Brady, like that's not my spirit name. That ain't my soul name. Like that's just the name my fleshly parents gave me. Like so, people gotta understand. Like shit, we more than like what they say we are. I mean, actually, they always tell us who we are. We just don't see it. They put it in movies. The black people, not just black people. You got all type of people. Indians, man, they got like power, magic, like shit, gifts. Like so, we all just need to tap into our own shit, like, and not condemn somebody else for what they be believing in. Like, cause what does it matter? If your shit is working for you, then you shouldn't give a fuck about what somebody else believe in. Like so, but it was a point in time where, like, when I first woke up, that's what I was doing. Like, so I had to learn my lesson. Learn I couldn't be doing that because now look at me again, reading the Bible and telling people God is real. So I had to swallow my words on that. That was my karma. Like, I'm glad I got that in this lifetime, and I didn't have to learn that the next lifetimes. Cause I'm saying I ain't gonna be back. Like, I ain't gonna be back here. Like, this is my last time on Earth. Like, a lot of y'all still got it. I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all, not people in here, but a lot of people still got a lot more lifetimes, a lot more karma. They got life. It's life. Some people got lifetimes of karma built up, and they don't understand. Like what? They don't know why their life so fucked up. Because of the life they've been living in other previous lives before that. Like some people do not learn. Like they keep flunking. Earth is not gonna pass you just because it keeps seeing your face in this class. Like it don't matter how fucking long you stay on this motherfucking planet. That's what God is. Like he wants you. God is true. I'm not even gonna say that because it's gonna be like what? Boy, what I was just about to say. Everybody would have walked up out this bitch, but I ain't gonna take it there yet. Like I should low key. Fuck it, why not? But at the same time, I ain't trying to like cause controversy. I'm not a controversial person. Like it's positive minds only. But like the information that I've came across, like in my lifetime, the knowledge, the wisdom, and I'm pretty sure people in here like y'all got knowledge. So I'm pretty sure what I would say y'all probably heard the term before. But like what I've came across in other religions, not just religions, and other spirituality, but the God of this planet is the real devil. That's why it's so much destruction. That's why it's so much chaos on this planet. Like that's why it's so much hell. Like the one who created this shit had to be a maniac. Had to be a psycho. Why does nothing go right? Literally nothing goes right on this planet. At all. Like so what I've came across in my information and my knowledge, I should start posting them type of videos on my page. But what I've learned, the God that people worship in the Bible is the devil, and like what people consider the devil is the God. That's what that's what I came across. Like, hey, and I like I said, I'm a student of everything. So I'm not saying that's my beliefs. I'm just saying that was if you step out of your church and you go read and see what somebody else say, like it's not gonna be like, oh, it ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. Like it's gonna be some, man. It's some shit that I've came across in like different like secret society. I came across some information, some knowledge, and I'm like, y'all don't want to know the truth, like, cause the truth ain't gonna resonate with you. Like, it's not gonna resonate with your beliefs. Like, you probably think like, damn, you might be low key right, but you would never say that out loud. Like, you know how bold I have to be to say that on YouTube, like to say like what I just said. Like, people will condemn me and like call me a fucking atheist or whatever, but I'm like, nah, that ain't my beliefs, but that's just what I came across. I'm not a person that's afraid to say what I learned. Like, how else you gonna learn? How else is like if I'm withholding information from y'all, how else will you get that information? Because ain't nobody else willing to say the things that I just said. And the people who are, you don't know who they are. You don't know where to look for that. Look into the story of Wukong. I'm about to do that right now. I'm gonna press play. Then I'm gonna research that.
Signs. Tamio taught astronomy, and Azaradel taught the motion of the moon. And men being destroyed cried out, and their voice reached to heaven. Chapter 9. Then Michael and Gabriel, Raphael, Suriel, and Uriel looked down from heaven, and saw the quantity of blood which was shed on earth, and all the iniquity which was done upon it, and said to one another, It is the voice of their cries. The earth deprived of her children has cried, even to the gate of heaven. And now to you, O ye holy ones of heaven, the souls of men complain, saying, Obtain justice for us with the Most High. Then they said to their Lord, the King, Thou art Lord of lords, God of gods, King of kings. The throne of thy glory is forever and forever and ever is thy name sanctified and glorified. Thou art blessed and glorified. Thou hast made all things. Thou possessest power over all things, and all things are open and manifest before thee. Thou beholdest all things, and nothing can be concealed from thee. Thou hast seen what Azazel has done, how he has taught every species of iniquity upon earth, and has disclosed to the world all the secret things which are done in the heavens. Samyaza also has taught sorcery, to whom thou hast given authority over those who are associated with him. They have gone together to the daughters of men, have lain with.
You mentioned the story of Wukong, right? And it says something about the Monkey King. Like, I seen a movie about, I can't remember, but that name rings sounds familiar. Is it a reason why you mentioned the story of Wukong? The handsome Monkey King. I'm on fucking Wikipedia, and it all out of all the words I seen handsome Monkey King. He's going against gods. Oh shit. See, my whole thing is not to go against like God, but it's to reveal like the secrets, to reveal the truth. The God's in them. Oh, okay, so like shit. But what I say is nothing but like the truth though. Like I'm not telling y'all no lies. I'm not making no shit up. Like I can give you the sources to the videos of like to that information. Like I ain't gonna be able to just say, hey, this is coming. Like I'm the creator of this. Like nah. If you want to watch them videos yourself, go check out Bobby Hemmett. And I think the video's called "What If God Is the Devil." And he just break it down like on a whole nother level. Like so, I'm just saying like those books is books out there that says the same thing. Like that millions of, I ain't gonna say millions of people read, but like that they're out there and they ring true. Like so, my whole thing is like not to go against, like I said, not to go against nobody's beliefs, but to say like I'm a student of everything. Drew a sword and gave it. The camels and Adam and they began to smite each other in the hole. Hey, that's what it means. Like that's why God was mad because the angels gave him that type of shit, and then they started fighting each other with. But when God created the Hebrew Israelites, He was planning on taking over people too. Like so, but then again, that happened after they gave him all the fucked up shit. But once again, God wiped out Noah and all of that. How did it come back into play? How do we get back to all the fuckery? If God wiped all of this shit out, that's because some of the people that was on that boat who didn't get wiped out should have been wiped out. It was family. Most people hold on their family. They want their family to go everywhere everywhere you want to go. But that ain't the case. That's not the case. Most likely, you're supposed to leave your family behind. So if Noah and his wife probably would have stayed on the boat and lived, they probably still would have had some kids and like the fuck up shit with that, like incest. Like they was fucking yeah. I hate talking about shit like that. From the book of Enoch. That's what we listen to now though.
Them have become polluted and have discovered crimes to them. The women likewise have brought forth giants. Thus has the whole earth been filled with blood and with iniquity.
Already, though.
And now, behold, the souls of those who are dead cry out and complain even to the gate of heaven. Their groaning ascends, nor can they escape from the unrighteousness which is committed on earth. Thou knowest all things before they exist. Thou knowest these things and what has been done by them, yet thou dost not speak to us. What on account of these things ought we to do to them? Chapter 10. Then the Most High, the great and holy one, spoke, and sent Arsiel to the son of Lamech, saying, Say to him in my name, conceal thyself. Then explain to him the...
Why was God having all these messengers? Why couldn't he just appear to the people themselves and like, hey, get this done or whatever? If he was the God Almighty, you don't need a messenger. You don't need no fucking mini man to deliver your fucking messages. Cause we all know man fuck up things. Like there was a game I played in like elementary, and the goal was like say a phrase, and there'd be a group of people in a line, and see if that exact phrase from the first person would make it to the end person. It never fucking got there. Like somebody would always switch up something that was said. Like so, knowing that's mankind and people don't change. Like how do we know like shit ain't been? Well, I already know like this shit been tampered with plenty of times. Like so, I'm not gonna say how do we know. Like, but do y'all ever think about shit like that?
consummation which is about to take place. For all the earth shall perish. The waters of a deluge shall come over the whole earth, and all things which are in it shall be destroyed. And now teach him how he may escape, and how his seed may remain in all the earth. Again the Lord said to Raphael, Bind Azazel, hand and foot, cast him into darkness, and opening the desert which is in Dudael, cast him in there. Throw upon him hurled and pointed stones, covering him with darkness. There shall he remain forever. Cover his face, that he may not see the light. And in the great day of judgment, let him be cast into the fire. Restore the earth.
But that's the guys that they say like free will. He created free will, right? But he can overrule that. Like it's his creation. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like if it's out of free will, then he shouldn't be telling nobody nothing. Like he shouldn't be coming and appearing people's dreams. Like he shouldn't be making people worship him. That's not free will. Like what he told Moses to do, Moses hadn't that wasn't his goal to go back to Egypt to free the Israelites. No. God came and imposed his will like he do on everybody else. And they fucking God is like I ain't gonna say he a vampire, but what do vampires do? They compel people to do whatever they want them to do. Like so he told Abraham, hey, take your son up to that mountain, go slay that nigga. Abraham didn't even question it. Like so I don't know the point I was getting at, but still.
Which the angels have corrupted, and announce life to it, that I may revive it. All the sons of
Free
men
will.
shall not perish in consequence of every secret, by which the watchers have destroyed, and which they have taught their offspring. All the earth has been corrupted by the effects of the teaching of Azazel. To him therefore ascribe the whole crime. To Gabriel also the Lord said, Go to the biters, to the reprobates, to the children of fornication, and destroy the children of fornication, the offspring of the watchers, from among men.
People
Bring them
still
forth and
fornicating though.
excite them one against another. Let them perish by mutual slaughter, for length of days shall not be theirs. They shall all entreat thee, but their fathers shall not obtain their wishes respecting them, for they shall.
There's actually three gods, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, but to get to the Father, it's more than three gods. It's three gods in for the nation of Islam. Like for like the gods of Egypt, there's over hundreds of gods. Greek gods, there's over hundreds of gods. Roman gods, there's over hundreds of gods. Buddhist, like Taoism, like everybody don't have the same beliefs as you do. So, not to say your beliefs is wrong, in that, like, not to say it's three gods, but yeah, for your religion, it's three gods. Those were the fallen eight. I mean, if they never came down here and gave mankind that information, we wouldn't be where we are today. Like, even though it's kind of fucked up down here, but overall, we wouldn't be where we are today. Like, so did God just want us to be like dumb and like just stay stuck, and not know? Like, if that was like his goal, but if that was his goal, why did he put Adam and Eve in the garden of Eden where there was a fruit like that could wake them up? He put that there. He put them there. Like so, God is above good, and there is no such thing as good and evil. So that's the whole thing. That's what God wanted them to know. Like there is no. If you don't eat from this apple, or I mean, if you don't eat from this tree, like before that, there was no good and evil, like good and bad. They didn't know that. Like so, to know that's what God wanted them to know. Like I understand that. So for God to be above that, there is no such thing as. I just talked about a serial killer. If his mission, if his purpose is to come down and to kill people, that's what he gonna do. Like so, God sent him to do that. And if God didn't, then why would he let him be born and let him survive to be a grown man or whatever? Not even just a man, but because it'd be women serial killers too. But why would God let it get to that point? It's supposed to happen. Like so, it's like I said, it's probably three gods of Nation of Islam, but overall, there's multiple. Our only conflict with Christianity is the fact that different interpreters they created different denominations. Exactly, like they got like different, and it's like hundreds of difference. Like I grew up in a Baptist church and a Episcopal church, and both like both preached the same book from the same book. They both was about money. Shit. Damn, they all was about money. So I don't knock Christianity. I don't knock religion no more. I used to, but I don't. I learned my lesson not to. But I am gonna remember if my Gigi, who's with me right now, wants me to read the Bible, I'm gonna read it. But I'm gonna also state how I feel, what I learn from it, what I like get from it, with the thoughts I think from it. Like so, it's not that my thoughts of like it's not like my thoughts are negative thoughts. It's like no, these are true questions that I've had most of the time since I was a child. I just couldn't say it out loud. So me being more wiser, me being more older, like I know I'm not about to get a whipping, like for saying what I believe. And if somebody say, "Oh, he's an atheist," I don't give a fuck what you believe, cause that ain't my beliefs. Like can't nobody force their beliefs on me. That's the best way to do it. Read exactly. So I read all the books for myself. I don't just go get one opinion, say, "Hey, this the right one," and not let me not read nothing else. It's like, no, I'm gonna read the Quran next, and I'm gonna read shit. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna read on here, cause I wanna get I wanna hear it all. Literally, I wanna hear it all. Like so, if you only want to hear the Bible part, cool. But shit, there's other books out there. There's other religion, and now, this is not gonna be no religious thing because I definitely ain't about to just be stick to reading Bibles and shit. Like that wasn't the goal. like so the goal was to like read listen to a different book. I mean, well, not just a different book, but listen to a book every single night. That's what the book club is about. So took a couple days off, did a different couple lives within those days, but now we're back to the book club and then, like I'm kind of picking up where I left off on the book of Enoch. So I'm not a religious person. I just love to learn, love to read, love to listen, love to grow, love to ask questions. So
Hope for eternal life, and that they may live, each of them 500 years. To Michael, likewise, the Lord said, "Go and announce his crime to Samyaza and to the others who are with him, who have been associated with women, that they might be polluted with all their impurity. And when all their sons
damn, why
shall be
was the women
slain,
polluting them?
when they shall see the perdition of their beloved."
Why wasn't the women blessing them? Why doesn't Christianity like give women their rightful just due? Like, why is that the case? I know, none you. You a Christian, right? Why is it in the Bible there is no woman God? The infancy gospel Thomas. What's that about? But mostly in the Bible, anything about a woman is kind of bad. So why is that the case? Knowing like you can't live in this world without a woman, like so. But I understand like why those words are in there, why it's like that. So I'm telling you, these books have been tampered with many a time. So and they'll be tampered with even more as we like continue to live. Like it's gonna always be some shit that gets switched in the Bible to fit someone's agenda. You never thought about what, Willard? Oh, Lilith. Even Lilith, she's like considered a bad person. Like she was considered evil. Like she's not considered a good woman. Young Jesus get mad, turns some other kids in the tree, kills them pretty much. Them. Oh, oh shit! Is that the book of like the missing part of Jesus' life? Don't lead me astray now. But why don't they say woman? Why is it considered the Holy Spirit? Like they say God is a man or him. Fuck, I gotta read that. I gotta make sure I remember that. You said the infancy gospel Thomas. Yo, that's some fucking. You put me onto something. Y'all put me onto something tonight. I always knew like the Holy Spirit was a woman, but like just overall, the Bible don't say that. Like you literal about God being a man, and once you say God is a man, then that means a man is one of us. People don't ever take that into consideration. If it's a God is a him, right? It's a man. Yeah, like they would have made it a point to mention like that was a female. It don't say feminine. It don't give women they just do. But let's get back to like God being a man. What is a man? What is a man? Man is somebody who comes down on this earth and like is human. Human. So he wasn't just a spirit. Like he wasn't all spirit. God is an alien, not human. Now could he shapeshift to be a man? True. I mean, that's what Zeus could. They could all do, like shapeshift and do that. Like so, true. Like so, alien. Yeah, I subscribe to a extraterrestrial ruling this planet, being quote unquote Yahweh, but people thinking it's somebody about like no, it could really be an extraterrestrial running this motherfucking planet, and people worshiping it because that's what he wanted to go on. Like it's you giving him energy by worshiping him. To have millions of people worship me, you know how powerful I'll be, like as a human on this planet. Literally, why you think celebrities are so like up there? Like millions of people worship them. They may hate their fucking life because they're not spiritually good like shit. But I don't want people to worship me. That's not my goal. I want people to know they gods themselves and goddesses themselves. Like if the Bible said make a man in our image, then that makes me a god too, right? And like I said, my name is Kenneth L. Like that's my government name on my birth certificate. And Kenneth means handsome, L means God. Like so to know like when you one person mentioned like the Monkey King, the handsome monkey god, or the handsome monkey king, not the monkey god. Like that stood out. Just like the devil being a dragon right now. Ever hear of those shapes? Yep, I heard about the Draconians. I heard about the Pleiadians. I heard about the Arcturians. That's where I come from. Like I don't come from here. My soul comes from Arcturia. Gotta be honest, being worshipped seems kind of. It is. The fuck? Like I was a pharaoh in Egypt, and like just to have people do what I say, like just cause I said it, knowing like they was jealous and envious and like hated me on the inside, like that ain't cool. Like the fuck. That's why I don't give a fuck about fame. Rise it to somebody being worshipped. That's because you did that in the past life, Willard. Literally, you probably was together and you was my advisor when I was a pharaoh. Like low key, that's how shit works. That's why you in this live. Everybody who's listening to me tonight, the only reason you here is because you know me from a past life. Like literally, that's the only reason you here. So we just not in the same area today. Everything is spread out. Like I'm 100% sure I knew Nipsey Hussle in a past life. Like I'm, I just know. Like I've been here plenty of times, but I know we're separated for a reason. Like why you think I'm so impacted by that? Like that man. Like you don't worship. I don't worship Nipsey Hussle, but like that man is a god. Like so, like we got hella similarities. Like I'm pretty sure if we grew up together, I wouldn't have been rapper. I'd probably been on his team. Like, just off the strength of like that's who I am. His image means how he created you. I mean, it's all subjective. It's all opinions, honestly. It's all about like what you think, what you interpret it. That's what it is. Like if you found your interpretation when reading the Bible, like that's all that matters. Like it makes sense to you in the way it does. Just like there's a six and a nine, it's the same number upside down, but people see it different ways. Like so, I'm not. I can't. I'm not. I can't. I won't. I'm not gonna argue with nobody about religious beliefs. None of that shit. Like he spoke on last time being here, his life or death in his last time being. Exactly, Nip. He ain't coming back. He did his job, like so. He like helped me like just remember okay what to do. Like literally, I had a mission, fell asleep because I was programmed into this world to think how I was and be how I was. Then found Nipsey, remember who he was, where he helped me remember who I was. He gave me the blueprint to take it even further. So, Justin died a few days ago. Yep, people be trying like, when is your time to go? You can't escape that shit. Like, no matter what you do, you cannot escape death. Why would you though? Why people want to live forever? Like, what the fuck? When it's my time to go, don't try to fucking save me. I seen that shit too. Like, the fuck you? What the fuck you want a pig heart for? Like, cause he probably low key he probably was a pig when he first came on this planet. Literally, he probably evolved from being an animal as a pig to now being a human trying to get a pig heart. Cause he was like, oh, I lived as a pig before, it might work. It don't work like that. I'm telling you, it's a reason for every fucking thing that would be true. Like, you gotta understand who God is. You are God. It's within you. If you evolve to the level of spirituality, of enlightenment, not just woke, but because I understand you woke, like you got information, but there's levels to it. God is only a spirituality level where like you can do whatever he's doing. But there's a level above that. And there's a level above that. Then you got the all. The all. It ain't it's the all. There's no explaining it. Like so. God is the creator of this world. He says that. He's not the creator of all planets, all constellations, all galaxies. He never mentions that ever. He just says, I'm the God of the nation of Islam and I created the world. I'm the God of the gods. He just claiming like he's more popular than everybody else. He's saying I'm the top rapper. If this was they was gods on this earth right now, he'd be the most popular. He had the most followers on IG, most followers on Twitter. Like I'm pretty sure his vlogs would be like, man, if God was vlogging how he was in Genesis and like just killing shit, like God was like, bruh, y'all gonna probably crucify me, but like just imagine like King Von being a god, like in that. If you know his backstory, and I'm pretty sure y'all kind of old, so you're probably going like, who the fuck is King Von? But it was a rapper from Chicago, passed away what 2020. He was he was low key a god, but he was went the wrong path. Like he didn't have no guidance, so he went the wrong. Some people, some guys get sent the wrong way. Like man, he was a monster. Like literally, some people would call say that's the devil, but no, God destroys. Like God, the one who destroys. Who has Satan destroyed on this planet? Like what destructions have Satan caused? Let me answer that question. Like who's the one who's really fucking called the this is hell, right? Who's the god of hell? Like literally this is hell. You can't explain. Yes, you can create your own heaven throughout your lifestyle with your mindset, but overall for mankind this is hell. They suffer 24/7. So I'm just saying, not to talk about nobody's religion, but I'm actually oh shit, that's on Audible. The first gospel of the infancy of Jesus Christ. God runs both heaven and hell. That's a mindset. Hell is not real. I'm telling you, I done reincarnated hella times. I done been good people and bad people. Murdered people, like slaughtered thousands of people, like just over the power I had. I wasn't doing it with my fist, but like just the power. But son, I had lives where I was shooting and killing people as a cowboy, like just being on the run, fucking just robbing, stealing, like, bruh. but I reincarnated again. Like, so where's the hell at? Where's the heaven at? I got lives where I did the right thing. Like, literally, I did the right thing. Still came back because my my job is to help other people wake up. Hell is just it is like, and this is that dimension. The 3D dimension is the hell. True, could be many hell. True, that's 100% true. Just like it's a many heavens. Like there isn't just one of anything. So, you asked the right question, Willie. What do I believe? Dreams is my favorite thing in this lifetime. I love to sleep. I I love to dream. That's why I love to sleep, to dream. I believe that's the real world. Like, if I were to pass away, I would want to be dreaming and then just transition, like just not having to wake up, none of that, would just be in my dream and not just go off in my dream. And like that be like I go wherever the fuck I want to go. Like, so I believe in different parallel universes. So every time you make a decision in your life, right, a big decision, like you could have went one way, you always think like, damn, what if I had made this choice? There's a parallel universe where you made that choice. Like, so there's multiple universes in this planet like that. Not in this planet, but just in multiple dimensions. There's multiple parallel universes, multiple galaxies. It's not just one. It's just like it's just not just one God. Like it can't be. Like, so you understand, like you one of those gods. Like you just gotta tap into your energy. Like it's not somebody above you, like that's ruling his shit. Like literally, you create your own reality with your mind, with your thoughts. So that means you rule your reality. You're God. Like, so don't can't you have kids? Can't you kill? Can't you create? Like, what can't you do that God does? Live forever. Your soul will live forever. Your spirit will live forever. What? Because God get jealous. God get angry. He get envious. Like, what can't you do that God does? You can do everything. Like, so, I'm telling you, death is just of the flesh. It's just flesh. When you transition, that's when you really gonna be your real self, your true self. When you die, motherfuckers don't know who they are yet until like when they transition, then they remember. And then they be mad as fuck because they got one, they gotta come back and reincarnate and do that shit again. And two, they gotta you gonna remember, damn, I'm gonna forget this shit. I'm gonna forget again because guess what? I'm being programmed by parents who don't know. Like that's the game of life. You're gonna be born into a family where you don't know unless your parents is woke, but you would have had to die and you had to have that information. Like, so me, when I in my last lifetime, nobody was woke. Like I hated Christians for one, because how they was, what they said, they was always gossiping about shit. They was always making up stories. Like, so I had that hate towards them, like, and that's why I reincarnated into a Christian household, so I can understand what it took, what a Christian was, why they thought the things they thought, like why they believed the things they believe, and it wasn't their fault. Why they deal with it. It's really not your fault why your life is. You just got to make sure you take control of your life, so it can, like, when the shit do go right, you can put it on yourself. This man said mermaid and do it again, Loki. Atlantis was lit. Man, Atlantis was lit in real life. That ain't that can't even come close. It don't even come close because Atlantis wasn't underwater when it was in the play, or like when they was living and thriving. That shit. Just imagine that above. Yeah, just imagine Atlantis in the on land before that shit got destructed. Like, so, and the people, everybody didn't die. The people who survived Atlantis, the destruction of Atlantis, they went straight to Egypt. That's why those pyramids was created. Thoth, he was one of those people who came from Egypt. Like, so, you can't just read one book. Like, I know reincarnation because like that's my, like that's, I know, like I'm telling you, dreams that play a part in reincarnation. Like, have you ever had a dream and like using a different like reality, like different lifetime, like felt real as hell? Like that's because you was experiencing past life. The deja vu got to play a part in it. Your life path number plays a part in it. Like, so, everybody reincarnated. It ain't just me. Like, so, People just not aware of that. I'm aware because I woke up and I would like had like the interest to know who I was. Is the eye of the seer you can see. And what that's Atlantis, where Atlantis fell. Well, yeah, Atlantis is real. Like I'm telling you, it was thriving. They were had more knowledge than us of self. Like they wasn't fucking brainwashed to believe like some bullshit. They didn't have propaganda leading them the wrong way, and that's what it is. It's all of this shit is propaganda. Like so, I was on it. I'm telling you, like I had a past life on Atlantis before. I wasn't there when that shit destructed. Why is YouTube sending me live video streams of a guy sitting in his car smoking? What you talking about? Hey, cause you probably you was meant to hear it, man. You was meant to hear it. You was meant to see it. I'm just glad you clicked on the video and commented it. So shout out to you for coming through. Well, we were supposed to be listening to the book of Enoch, but I'm a spiritual person. I'm not religious, so I don't have the beliefs of religious people. I have my own beliefs. There's 900 dragon carcass at once. I seen a video of something similar to that. I got a dragon tattoo on my back. I'm a Pisces, so I got a dragon. Definitely welcome VipeNet networker. You a hacker? Mm-hmm. You a hacker? Be honest. Or are you interested in hacking? Are you interested in computers and stuff like that? VIP networker or not? Or you just a networker? You just like make moves like uh you just good with people. You got a bunch of connections. Exactly, like, but definitely gotta. I don't mind that though. Like that happened. I get distracted off the strength of me just talking, and telling the story. I'm just telling the truth. The Titans, not Giants. Titans were exactly. Titans was bigger than the mountains. Like the Titans but the gods destroyed. See, people don't know that. Religious people don't know. Like your God had a father and a mother, and I'm pretty sure it's like some of a Titan. So it's always levels. It probably not a Titan, but like energy wise, it was something bigger than God. Like so, they fucking God like Zeus and them fucking destroyed they dad. What it was, uh, what's their dad named Cronus. Zeus' father's name is Cronus, and we talking about Greek mythology now. Like so, Zeus' dad name was Cronus. Cronus had like a prophecy like that his kids would destroy him one day and like rule the earth. Like so, he was all having kids, and once it started popping out, soon as the wife would have the kid, he would eat the child. So when Zeus was born, the mother hid Zeus and gave Cronus a rock, and he thought he ate Zeus. So Zeus was like grew up with different like in a whole nother area with nymphs and stuff. Like y'all like, what the fuck is a nymph? But I can't explain it right now. But I'm trying to stay focused. So Zeus was raised up, ends up destroying like his dad and the Titans with Poseidon and the Hades. Those was his other two brothers. Like, and then they became the gods of the world. Like they end up like, and then they had people who fucked up, who they like was basically like the fucking angels who gave mankind information and shit like that. Zeus and them had people in their story who did shit like that, who they fucking uh, punished and shit. Right, I'm saying God the Father killed all of them Zeus. Alright, so you could be right. Like he could have wiped true low key made him a myth. Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. You probably right about that because when he came through, I ain't gonna read. We were reading the Genesis or listening to Genesis. When God came through in the first beginning, he came straight to Egypt. Egypt is thriving at this time, but you know why Egypt is thriving? Because God sent Joseph into Egypt first to like basically rule over Egypt. Then he sent Joseph 12 brothers and shit and like all the rest of his family into Egypt. And God waited for 400 years and he made them fucking. Just imagine how they expanded in 430 years. Well, after that, he told Moses to go get his people. So, of course, you know the story of Moses and Ramsey. Ramsey didn't want to let Israelites go because, first of all, the only reason he slaved they was enslaved was because Pharaoh was like, hey, they outgrew us. Like if it was a war, our enemy, they would side with the enemy because how we treat them. Like so, they like, man, let's slave them. But even before they was slave, when they first went into Egypt, they was fucking selling their soul rights to the fucking Pharaoh for food and shit. And this 430 years before they got enslaved. Like so, they already sold their soul to the Pharaoh because they couldn't fucking make it through that famine that had happened. So, hey, God knew that was gonna happen, and he sent his people right on in there, let them go live for 430 years and not all of that fucked up shit. But like I said, once Moses went to Ramses and told him, "Hey, God of the Israelites said, let my people go," uh, Ramses was like, "Who the fuck is your God? What them? They ain't got no God. I ain't never heard of their God." So God was like, "Oh, you ain't never heard of me, huh?" Like so he started showing them his power. And that's why Pharaoh was able to match everything God did because they had gods too who had power. Like so God ended up taking it a step further though. Like that's when he killed all the firstborn child. Like Ramses couldn't kill fucking God's child because God didn't have a child down there. That was the only thing that separated God from Ramses and his beliefs. Because I'm telling you, if you read the story and for yourself, it'll tell you the Pharaoh Ramses, he wasn't even impressed by what Moses was doing. Like even if you watch the book of, I mean the movie, the Prince of Egypt, I forgot what it's called, but they was doing what God was doing. Like, but God took it to that next level. Said, "Oh, okay." And once He did that, but even then, God hardened Pharaoh's heart. Like, so He was the reason why Pharaoh didn't let the Israelites go. It was God saying, "Nope, I want him to see my power. So I'm going to harden his heart and let everybody see, let the world see, because I'm saying Egypt is the greatest civilization at the time." So God knew this. He was like, it's like the first day of school, you walk up to the bully, you knock their ass out. Like, so that's what he did. But he was planning 430 years ago when he sold Joseph into Egypt. Like, so he's been planning. That's what he has over people. Like, he doesn't have to come to Earth and like plan and do shit. Like, nah, he get to stay on the other side because I'm telling you, he's a man, he's been here before. He's reincarnated on Earth. He just evolved out of here. Now he got to create his own shit. So finally, Pharaoh let the people go, and then like when Moses spread the sea and then crushed the fucking the army that Ramses had, or not Ramses, but the Pharaoh had, that's when like Egypt lost their power. That's when like Egypt kind of fell off because God was like, "Yeah, I'm showing you my power." And when you said he destroyed like Zeus and them, you right. He probably like knocked them off and turned them into a mythology, like because he was the youngest god at the time and he was willing to show his power. Like he was willing to take it to the next step. Like so, he was willing to sacrifice his own son. So you gotta understand who this God is. Like he'll sacrifice you if he have to. Don't get it twisted. He's not no merciful and loving God. It don't talk about love until it probably get to Jesus in the Bible. Like so, I'm telling you, he's not based off love or none of that shit. He want to get hit. Like he got a plan, and he's operating that plan. I'm telling you, he playing chess. He he the creator. He may not be the creator of all mankind, but he's the most popular because of what he did. Like, hey, shout out to House coming through it. He won the gift card. Well, he won the $50 for the gas yesterday for getting my past life right. So, and that was his first time coming through the live. I thought it would have been somebody else who got it right, but it was House. So, shout out to you for coming back and not just winning the money and then like, hey, I don't need to show up no more. Like, but it worked. I like I said, I didn't think nobody was gonna like get it right. It's a few people who know, but what do you think prayers are real ones? I think prayers work, but prayers is what your a prayer is like manifestation. But like, I'm doing my next one at 30K though. Like, so you gonna have to. We at 21,000. I got what 9 more thousand to get there before I do that again. Cause if I do that shit every night, you probably win all of that shit. Cause people, I mean, you know your history, so it's nothing for you to just like use your intuition like and say some shit and that should be like yeah on point again like. And then after like I reveal all my after y'all, well, I'm gonna let you. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, cause I don't want people to say, "Oh, he crazy," saying he this and he that. Like, that's my plan to let y'all reveal it. Like, so, like he said, synchronized guests. Like, I call it using intuition. Like, and like he was listening to like the live the whole night before. Like, I was literally about to end the video when he answered his question. Literally about to end the video. But one viral video away from a quick true like I believe that like because it happened. That's how I got to 21,000. Like I got a 3 videos total that hit over 1 million plus, and those are shorts. So like, but failure, luck. That's a good question because like I'm kind of stuck in between the luck thing, but understanding like how spirit guides help you, how guardian angels help you, how even your ancestors help you. Like I can't really say anything is luck. Like so, they literally did studies on prayers in church. Yeah, it's energy. It's energy. You like people don't understand your words, your thoughts manifest into reality. Like so, you're praying. You think you're praying to a God and He's blessing you. No, you're having belief in what you truly say. Most people who don't truly believe they're gonna get what they don't truly believe in God. So they when they pray, they only praying because they've been birthed into that religion. So they never get blessed because they don't have no true meaning. They don't true speak power in their words. But a person who truly believes in God and like they truly believe what they praying is gonna happen, like it'll always be, it'll come just off the strength, not of you believing in God, but off the strength of what you're speaking. You know it will be delivered to you. Like so, that's what it is. Like it's not praying to, cause I could pray to any God, but I just know like what I ask for is gonna be received to me no matter what. Like so, is it God give it to, like if I pray to God, Jesus, or Buddha, Ra, Anubis, I'm telling you, I could pray to any God and I can get what I want. So like I'm saying, is it God or is it me? Like my energy, my power, my so that's why I don't judge people. Like I can call on Zeus and Zeus will give me some shit. Okay. But I when I used to be in church, I used to pray for shit and I wouldn't get blessed with it. The pastor would. So like, what's the science on that? But that's the science on that. Yeah, the science on like me with praying and the pastor getting it. I was putting him before me. Like that was basically the God that I was. Because once again, I've never seen God or Jesus for myself. Never heard their voice. So me being in church, I was following a pastor who I thought God was talking to them. Like, but now that I got older, I'm like, oh shit, that was just you realizing church was a hustle and like, cause there's no way God talking to you. Literally, there's no way. Absolutely, absolutely no way. Have anybody in his life ever can honestly say they heard God talk to them or Jesus? Like, and you knew it was God or Jesus. Like 100% fact. Like you heard the voice and it was like it shook you to the core. Like, cause I'm pretty sure that would be God's voice. Like, so If there, let me know if anybody in here ever experienced that, because I haven't. Like, so I always was low key questioning God. So like me praying, like, you heard God, like, how did it sound? Like, what did he say? Like, let me know. Cause you can easily hear your ancestor, hear a guardian angel, you think it's God. Like, cause what makes you so special that God is talking to you specific, but he ain't talking to nobody else. Like, not saying he didn't talk to you, but that's just me being curious. Like, I'm one of those person. If you say yeah, okay, I want to know why, and then I'm gonna ask some more questions like, why you ain't talking to me then? Cause I was in church, like, and I wanted to die and go to heaven. Like, I wanted to live my life right. I wanted to be saved. Like, man, I was praying every single day, but that wasn't my true beliefs. This is true. I will say this though. There's been some situations that I shouldn't have happened. I'm telling you, that happened to me too. Where I've been through certain situations as a woke person, not even like believing in God, not even claiming that He's real. I mean, I kind of knew like He was real, like just off the strength of like all the followers He got. Like, but still, like I didn't know Him for myself. But under knowing, what you say? Because I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Oh, things that happened. Like it's been things even recently that I know I can't say God did it, but I know like there's a purpose why I'm here today. Like, cause I'm not supposed to be here. Like so, but I'm not. I wasn't praying to God on a daily. I wasn't praying to Jesus. I don't. I wasn't reading the Bible. Like so, can I say it was God who did it? No, cause I can go off my beliefs. I can say it was my ancestors, my spirit guides, and guardian angels who did it. Like or it is my destiny to be here. I'm supposed to be here right now. Like so, if you said that God talked to you, you said it's a possession. So you say for none you said it's a possession. How do you know you're possessed by God though? But how you know you started having vision hearing voices, bro? You're spiritual. You're spiritual. Like off the strength, like you got spiritual gifts. You talk to spirits. You wasn't talking to God. I'm telling you, you just got that gift. No, it's not complicated. You have spiritual gifts where you can talk to spirits. You probably can't control of it. Don't got any control of it. No, it is. I'm telling. If you was hearing voices, and you don't know because of your beliefs and because of how you was raised, you would deem that as like God. But knowing like I talk to spirits all the time, like didn't believe in the Bible until 3 years ago at age 32. So I worked to test his word. Been tested ever since. Yeah, not my bad. 5% left of it to read, including the delivery. So after you read Super Saiyan, after you get done reading, well, you said more like forcing your subconscious to talk in your head. I heard about being filled with the Holy Spirit, but I've never experienced it when I was at church. And as a matter of fact, when people like so-called call, man, I was in church, right? And everybody around me seemed was to be quote unquote catching the Holy Spirit. Like so, like I'm like trying to get into it too. Like so, I just started like acting like and just to see if like something was gonna like happen, and I just caught myself acting the whole time. Like so, the pastor thought I was for real, and everybody else thought I was for real. So I'm like, damn, you didn't use your fucking intuition. God didn't tell you I was faking. Like I was literally just fitting in. Like literally, I was trying to fit in, trying not to be look, because the church was small. Like so, that people see you just standing there clapping, but everybody else seemed like they got the Holy Spirit. Like so, but in my head, I'm like, man, I gotta do this shit to like And like I'm telling you, I was a real Christian trying to do right, but I was never like that. Should never work for me. None you. You are spiritual. The shit that you're saying to me is all spiritual. God said to test the spirits in Corinth. What spirits have you tested? You said, Andrew, you said you never heard anything like a voice. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never heard a voice. That's funny, Nanya. I got some too. Like, I sleep. I don't know. I ain't see you been out of church longer than me. But Nanya, you seeing a spiritual man, like, you understand, like, what you're saying is literally. We gonna listen to a book called The Convoluted Universe. I don't know if it's gonna get me copyrighted or nothing, but we gonna listen to that shit. Like, and you gonna hear it, and it's gonna be the truth. Like I'm telling you, it's gonna. And it talks about tapping into the subconscious mind. We all can do that. If you meditate, you can tap into your subconscious mind. You can tap into all your past lives, all of that shit, because it's still within you. All that knowledge is there. It's just waiting on you to unlock it. If you talking to spirits, you seeing lizard man, like literally, you supposed to be where I'm at. You supposed to be telling these stories. Like, cause I haven't fucking uh seen a lizard man. I mean, you know what's crazy? On my Facebook, right? One of those people came to me, like was talking to me because he seen like I guess he noticed my energy. He noticed like who I was, so he just started like pouring out in my DMs like just who he was, like literally who he was, like from lifetimes ago, like to like being a draconian. And like this was my first time ever like talking to one. Like I never know. I probably met one in person, but they didn't reveal themselves to me. But he was like kind of open to letting me know who he was because he knew I wasn't gonna judge him. Like so, like that's like the energy I carry. Like people know like shit. I'm real. I'm real. Like what you get right here is like who I am off the camera, like who I am 24/7. Like I'll talk my wife ears off to death with this shit, and or anybody else who willing to listen, like, cause I know like this the real. This is the. I ain't gonna say what I'm. I'm not gonna say my beliefs is the real beliefs for the simple fact y'all could be Hebrew Israelites, so your God is your God. You could be other cultures. I'm just speaking on my behalf, like so I know what I believe in is real. I also seen the crucifixion of Jesus, man. Grew up a disciple to a crip parent, a straight drummer at early ages. So you was against the disciple, Willard? I grew up a vice lord. Y'all keep mentioning dragons tonight. Even my own situations made it out all that, so I'm a believer for real, trying to understand more now the church version though. Pastor me, he stole from the church. Exactly, like we all know somebody who was in the church that was doing fucked up shit. I get to church every Sunday, not really like being part of good conversation to see other people's. So, do they have like conversation like this in your church? If you got a church like that, I would go to it. Literally, if we able to have an open discussion and I'm able to like say what's on my mind without like being judged, like even then I wouldn't care if I'm being judged or not. But still, the energy. Like if the energy is like cool overall, like people is like open minded, understanding, I love to go to a church like that. Why wouldn't I want to be in an area where we all like can congregate and we all on the same frequency? Like the churches I've been to, like was low vibrational churches, was in it for the money, like for the thrill, like with the lifestyle. You know, silence is secrecy, true, but I can't be silent. I'm like Kanye to a sense, nothing like that. Yeah, I'm telling you, you need to tap into your subconscious mind. Do you meditate? None. Do you meditate? Because if you don't, you need to start meditating. You need to open your chakras. You need to not just you, but y'all need to meditate. Of course, I get it. Like I'm telling you, like when I was in church, right? Like it got me through. Like when I was in boot camp, when I was in the Marines, I was reading my Bible, like, cause I had caught pneumonia in like both of my lungs, like so I could have damn near died, like at any moment. So, but I was reading my Bible, and it got me through that phase. But as I got older, like it was basically like I graduated from religion, like from the Bible, from that stage of what I was how my life was. I graduated, like so I couldn't stay there because nothing was like prayers wasn't working. Like I didn't have no right teachers. I didn't have no real teachers, none of that. So I went searching that for that in different areas. Like so, I found it in like just within myself, and like the books I was starting to read, like it's a lot of shit that I was starting to like uncover as I got on my journey though. So, for me, man, I got food on. So it's like that's why you here because you experience some shit that I probably experienced, or we all got something that we connect with each other. Like you and the guy who VIP networker, you just randomly seen my video. It's the reason you here. Like so, me understanding that like I don't take nothing as a coincidence. Like so, thank you guys for tuning in though. I ain't been playing the book as much as I supposed to been playing off the script. I've been talking, but we still got time.
Bind them for 70 generations underneath the earth, even to the day of judgment and of consummation, until the judgment, the effect of which will last forever, be completed. Then shall they be taken away into the lowest depths of the fire in torments, and in confinement they shall be shut up forever.
Definitely need
Immediately after this shall he, together with them, burn and perish. They shall be bound until the consummation of many generations. Destroy all the souls addicted to dalliance and the offspring of the watchers, for they have tyrannized over mankind. Let every oppressor perish from the face of the earth. Let every evil work be destroyed. The plant of righteousness and of rectitude appear, and its produce become a blessing. Righteousness and rectitude shall be forever planted with delight. And then shall all the saints give thanks, and live until they have begotten 1,000 children, while the whole period of their youth and their Sabbaths shall be completed in peace. In those days all the earth shall be cultivated in righteousness. It shall be wholly planted with trees, and filled with benediction. Every tree of delight shall be planted in it. In it shall vines be planted, and the vine which shall be planted in it shall yield fruit to satiety. Every seed which shall be sown in it shall produce for 1 measure 1,000, and 1 measure of olive shall produce 10 presses of oil. Purify the earth from all oppression, from all injustice, from all crime, from all impiety, and from all the pollution which is committed upon it. Exterminate them from the earth. Then shall all the children of men be righteous, and all nations shall pay me divine honors, and bless me, and all shall adore me. The earth shall be cleansed from all corruption, from every crime, from all punishment, and from all suffering.
Why does God want people to worship Him? Why do He need that? Why do He need that? It's like He need what's the word I'm looking for? I know somebody know what the word I'm looking for. Y'all don't really want to say. Y'all want to agree with the fuck I'm saying, but it's like He need that approval. It's like God needs approval for who He is. Like that's why He flexed off on Egypt. Like that's why He probably killed off Zeus and all of them. Like shit, cause it was like fucking Zeus destroying Titan, and Zeus probably created God low key. And fucking God destroyed his like. I ain't gonna say Zeus created God, but you know how the generations is. God was just the next generation, so he destroyed what came before him. Like, so is man supposed to destroy God? Not literally, but does man supposed to destroy the concept of like God and understand like it's man who we're the creators, we the ones.
Neither will I again send a deluge upon it from generation to generation forever. Chapter 11.
I'm surprised I
In
didn't
those
run y'all
days I
away
will
though.
open the treasures of blessing which are in heaven, that I may cause them to descend upon earth, and upon all the works and labor of man. Peace and equity shall associate with the sons of men all the days of the world, in every generation of it. Section 3, Chapter 12. Before all these things, Enoch
Make
was
sure y'all hit that
concealed,
like button if you
nor did
haven't
any
already.
one of the sons of men know where he was concealed, where he had been, and what had happened. He was wholly engaged with the holy ones and with the watchers in his days. I, Enoch, was blessing the great Lord and King of peace. And behold, the watchers
Yeah, I'm
called
gonna
me
say it's
Enoch.
another word because like I'm pretty sure he don't need nobody's approval, but it seemed like he's looking for something. Like he's searching for something. Something he probably didn't get from his parents. Or like something like he's learned from. Like we all got karma. Except Jesus. But does God got karma? Cause he be destroying like does he just got the all authority to destroy like I'm telling you something above God. Like so do he get his punishment? Is that why he's stuck on Earth? Well, not on Earth, but is that why he's stuck ruling this planet? Like, cause it ain't nothing. This ain't nothing to brag about. When you like, if you know about draconians and shit like that, like Pleiadians, Arcturians, and like just different shit, you know Earth is the worst place to be. Like, so why would I want to rule this shit? It's like prison, and God is the warden. Like that's what Earth is. Yeah, but like whatever it is, like it's something like what that was what was explained and made me like I said, this shit is man made, so it's probably not the truth like how God feel. Because how is it like God didn't write this shit? Like so this is a man who wrote this and said, oh, this is what how God is. Your answer is space did? See, so that would mean space is the all. The universe is the all. If God was created out of the universe is the all. It says we should fear the Lord, so we didn't. I don't fear the Lord. I'll let y'all know plenty of times. What he didn't create me. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. Like I'm 100% sure like who I am. Like I know like I'm not I'm not a worshiper. I'm not a follower. Like that's not my mission on this planet. My mission is like to help people get on their true journey and like to understand who they are. Like so and whatever your journey is, like I'm just trying to advance you on your journey. So if you are religious, if you are a Christian, like I'm just trying to help you get like deeper into your stuff. Like make sure what you believe in is what you believe in. But is the universe bigger than God? It has to be. If God came out of space, so he pretty much floated around space, nothing. It's all like subjective. Like, man, do you really believe it? Like, that's what my question is. Do you really believe it? What you hear, everything. Do you really, from the deep down pits of your soul, do you know? There's multiverses. God is not the creator of that. He's the creator of this shit. Like, so, but how do you know none of you? Like, and I'm not like saying you wrong, but me, I didn't get that experience when I was a Christian. Like, I grew up in a Christian household. I left church at 25. I'm 32 now. Like, so I didn't get what you experienced. I was looking for that. I wanted that. I wanted to like have that you know, I wanted to have that firm belief of what I believed in was true, but I never got it. I never got that miracle. As a matter of fact, my life went straight to hell. Like literally, my life was like I was born in poverty. Well, my parents wasn't broke, but where I was in the hood, like I was born. Like I didn't. Why didn't I grow up in a better environment? Why did I have to struggle? Like after I got out of the military, while I was a Christian, like I was struggling. I was poor. I was in a church and they was barely helping. My lights was off and like nobody gave a fuck. They still would come pick me up to go to church. I didn't have a car, but they knew my lights was off. It was more people in the church, like, and no one like offered to help. Like, so I'm like, I had to get out of that because I'm like, I'm placing too much of my beliefs on like something I really don't truly 100% know. Like, yeah, I've been told, but like my grandma, my Gigi, like not my Gigi, I'm gonna just say my grandma, what she raised me under, like, and how her life turned out. I'm like, man, that ain't how I'm trying to live. If that's the Christian lifestyle, I'm good on it. My house not flickers even when speaking to you crazy, man. Because that means I speak the truth. Like, that's what I bring. Still trying to understand the whole thing. The afterlife is multi-dimensional. It's multi-levels. Like, when you die, most people, most Christian, most religious people who are not spiritually awakened and aware of who they are or what's going on this planet, when they die, they first, like, they're still here. Like, they're on an astral plane. Like, that's why they're able to appear in your dreams. That's the astral realm. Like, so we're gonna just call that the afterlife. That's the astral realm. Once, like, I guess they learn whatever they need to learn while they are able to, like, I don't know if the life review comes after they die, right after they die, or like they wait to do the life review. But you gotta have a life review, and that's when people seem are they judged. You get a life review of how your whole life was. Was you a good person? Was you a bad person? And it's not to say you're going to heaven or hell, but it's just to show you like what you need to learn from your mistakes, what you need to do better when you reincarnate the next time. Like, so, I don't know if that's first or right before you about to reincarnate back on planet. So if you seen uh the movie Soul, like it's a cartoon movie, like go check that out. What else is some good movies on the afterlife? Ooh, it's a good movie by Robin Williams. What Dreams May Come. I think that's the name of it. Like he dies in it, and like he's like on the other side. I think his wife. I ain't gonna tell the story. Like, the Milky Way does kind of look like a finger. It does because what's outside is within us. The universe is within us. I mean, you need to question God more often. That's the only time you ever question God. I question God all the time. You know how many times in this like series of listening to the Bible and the book of Enoch I've questioned God. Not in no disrespectful way, but like just asking questions. Like most people think, oh, you're not supposed to question God, but no, I really got questions that none of you motherfuckers can answer. So who else can give you the answers? Like so, and though I didn't never hear nothing from God, so when I went outside of church, I'll start asking the same questions, like just out loud, and like the answer would come, like just like the universe sent it to me. Like it was like I left church, I left like saying God is my savior and all of that, and like I just went on my own path, like started my own belief, like started communicating with my ancestors, my guardian angels, like the ones who I know was on this planet. Like I don't know if a angel is on the planet, but I know my ancestors was. Like, and it's easy to know. Like I communicate with spirits, so I know there's angels. I know there's a God, but this God is not my God. It's probably some of y'all's God, but it's not mine. Came back to yourself and you feel wrong for doing so. Like, why do you feel wrong for questioning God? Yeah, I think that's the name of it with Robin Williams. But why do you feel ashamed for questioning like God? Like you said, you did everything to change. Like, don't you got a right to ask a question? Like you probably have to yell and like cry, like probably do the way you did it. But did you ever get an answer why God took your mom away? Did you ever get your answer, or did you just like forget about it? God ain't tell me. Answer that question. Did you get an answer why God took your mother? Cause I could. I'm telling you, I'm tapped in, bro. I can get the answer. I can find your answer. So you like you wasn't questioning him, but you like just being an asshole towards God. Like no, why you could have just asked God like why you take her away like, and then just waited and meditated on the answer. Like ask, bro, meditate. Ask yourself the question. Ask God whatever you believe in. Like just say like, why did you take my mother? And with sincerity, like just meditate, take deep breaths until an answer comes to you. Like, cause I'm pretty sure God didn't tell you why He took your mom. He said, well, "Why did you make gay people say a man that is born that thinks he's a woman?" Wait, you said why did I make? I ain't make gay people. Oh, you said that you asked. Oh, my bad, my bad. I read that wrong. But I see myself as a guy though. I asked, why did you make gay people say a man that is born that thinks he's a woman? So, did you get your answer? Cause I can give you that answer. Do you want to you? If you question you, see you're in the right spot. You asked God that question, right? I told y'all my name is Kenneth L. Like birth name, handsome God. Kenneth means handsome. L means God. So clear my voice. Let's talk about it before. But when a person, let's just say, in one of my lifetimes, right, I hated gay people, despised them. Was a religious person, said, fuck them, you bad, you're going to hell. I died. I believe in reincarnation. Guess what? When I reincarnate, I'm gonna be the opposite sex, and guess what? I'm gonna be gay. Or I might be the same sex, but I'm gonna be gay because I have to learn like how that gay person like feel like what that gay person went through. You never, if you don't know nothing about a person, you shouldn't judge that person. So that's the lesson you have to learn. Like so, when a gay person is created, they're going through their own karma, like from a past life. Like so, voila, that's your answer right there. Any more questions you got for God? And I ain't saying you like I'm your creator, none, but I'm telling you, I'm a God myself. I just didn't come here. I'm not a destroyer. I'm a God of knowledge and wisdom and handsomeness. Oh, he did. He showed you through research. See, you always get your answer, but overall, that's how the creator and the guy works. He shows you through like reading, through hearing somebody give you an answer, like through other shit like that. Like that's how it works. Why don't God give you the answer? Chemicals in, oh shit, everyone is doing it. Yeah, I believe that fluoride is real. Like it's in everything. Like so, make sure you get you some fluoride free toothpaste and all whatever is fluoride free there is out there. Like so, you need to decalcify your pineal gland. That's why a lot of people sleep. So, and all religious people ain't sleep. Kanye is super woke, but he's a Christian, right? But I know there's woke people in religion, but they're using it for their like they gain. I think Kanye's using religiousness, God, to get paid. Like so, is he wrong for doing that? No. Like shit. If it's paying, it's paying. Like look at all the pastors that's the pastors of the churches. Look at Mace. Like what the fuck he did. Like so, is it wrong to like spread a message? Like for if God want his message spread, he'll use anybody, right? Like so, Kanye ain't wrong for like, hey God, you want me to use my platform to like steer people your way? Okay, let me get rich off this then. Like so, it was an even fair trade. Like so, who knows? I might go back in church to the church and like, hey God, You want me to spread your message? I need billions of dollars the right way, legally, and I can live peaceful and free, and I'll spread your message throughout this world. If I don't get that, then I won't. Hey, then I'm not about to spread your message. It's as simple as that. Like, so if I become a fucking billionaire, you know what? I'ma preach the fuck out of this word. Like, I'ma be the best fucking Bible scholar in this fucking planet. I'm telling you. If I become a, the day I become a billionaire, right? I'm gonna give it all the praise to God, low key, not even low key, high key, because I made that vow right there. I just made a vow. God, if you bless me with millions, billions, to generational wealth, financial stability for generations to come, for all my seeds, all like I will I ain't gonna worship you, but I will spread your message throughout the world. I will let you know that you were the one who did it. But if you don't, then I ain't, I'm gonna listen to another book. I'm gonna go to Buddha and see if he gonna grant me my wishes. And I'm gonna go to Ra. I'm gonna go to fucking Zeus. Like shit, whoever fucking God is willing to deliver me the fastest, then hey, that's who I'm gonna worship. I ain't gonna worship nobody, but I'm gonna spread their message. So that's my terms. Most people ain't got terms. They just worship something they just been believing their whole life because their parents told them that's just your beliefs. I'm not that. I don't believe shit my mama believe. I don't believe shit my grandma believe. I don't believe shit nobody believes but what I've been through in my life. I see the weirdest shit now. Hollywood in the West, like Babylon in the Bible. The USA is the new. You know why Babylon is such criticized? We listen to the richest man in Babylon, right? The reason why Babylon is like that is not because of the Bible saying, "Oh, they're bad people." No, they love like they was about their money. And like literally, they was about their money. They was about like looking good, eating good, all of that. Is that wrong? When you live in a hell, why is it wrong for me to like want money? Like, why is it wrong for me to want sex? What's wrong with fucking sex? The Bible says, "Don't make idols." Then they have shown. I don't believe in idols either. Like, I don't believe you should worship nobody but yourself. Don't put nobody on a pedestal but yourself. Like, I mean, when people that's passed and you know they did the right thing in life, yes, you can. I ain't gonna say worship them, but you can give them that praise. Like, we seen Nipsey do it in person. Like, so it'd be a fool of me not to like acknowledge him for the greatness that he created in life. The chosen one, King James, the chosen one, LeBron James. We were right. The Bible. Yeah, I always thought that was weird, but I know that's all scripted as well. So I'm not. I don't watch sports like that. But I do like Stephen Curry because me and him got the same birthday. Favorite book, Richest Man in Babylon. I'm telling you, we listen to both of those on here, so you can just go to my playlist on my book club. You can find both of them. Yeah, they was about their money. Like that's why the Bible is against money. The Bible is against people with having money. The Bible wants you to be poor, basically. Like so, I don't want to be poor, so I'm gonna go against what the Bible is saying. So I should look at this God as like the opposite, but I know he will bless you what you want. Like so he's not against money, but he just like I don't know. I'm telling you the word, this Bible has been tampered with. Like so it's full of contradictions. Who knows what God was in the New Testament, what God evolved or like was in charge, like presidential. How you know God's term wasn't over in the New Testament and in the New Testament it was a new God? How do you know? You don't know. So me knowing that, like, I'm not taking this shit too literal or too serious. It's cool to talk about. It's cool to have a conversation. Bruh, this book been on 20 minutes yet. Look how long we've been on a live. Like, so it's something to talk about. It drives the people in. And make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Like, but like it's cool to listen to. It's cool to read, like to get an understanding and learn from it. But to take it literal and say, "Hey, this is the book. Like no other book is right, or no other religion is right." How you know? It's over 4,000 different religions. What makes your religions right? What makes your God the right God? Huh? Yes, you say you got blessed and it worked for you in your life, but okay, how you know people should they God ain't work for them? Like so. Me, I don't believe in a God outside of me. Hey, we could do a Q&A right now, like, cause I'm done like playing the book for the night. Like I said, it's been 20 minutes. Obviously, I'm gonna pause it again. Like, listen. And just like this damn election, both sides are playing us. Toe wants the devil up here by flapping. It's left wing, right wing, mean both sides. Exactly. So if you can read between the lines, that's all that matters. Literally, if you can read between the lines, that's all that matters. That's what the Bible is for. But it's not prophecies. It's always been like that. It's always been division. Like even in the Roman days, it's always been left wing, right wing. Basically, it wasn't called like that, but it's always been like that. So it's not like a prophecy that's being spoken into fulfillment. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we could do that right now. Because I'm always down like for like answering questions like that. Just helps me more. That you can see these damn files. I seen a couple videos like that. I plan on being a politician to change some things. I got children, so I want to change the education system. Who knows? I can get to presidency one day, but you know they'll be trying to fucking mold me into what the fuck they want. Fuck that shit. I want to be able to change the world like on a like large scale. I'm like shit, just rock out how I rock out. If I go out in a fucked up way, oh well, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be gone. Like shit, I ain't gonna give a fuck about my flesh. Like shit. Nipsey Hussle said a lot of multiple times. Fall till we fall. Fuck how the story end. Like so, however the story goes, however it end, hey, worry about the message in the story. It's not about the end. Dang. Shit, that's a bad omen, like black crows. I ain't never heard an omen about a fly falling on your head on national TV. Like so, we all got different beliefs though. Like, so you can put me on game. What's the omen of a fly flying on your head? Because there's plenty of flies flew on me. Like shit, but I don't claim nothing negative in my life. It's all about what you claim. Like if you have like some superstitions in your life, like that's negative, like that's because you're speaking that in your life. Like so, if you got some positive, if you say every time I do this, this happen, that's because you spoken that into existence. You believe that. It's your belief. Like so, you can easily change your beliefs anytime you want. You just gotta it's that 30-day cleanse. Like so, I did that. I had to cleanse myself from the beliefs I was taught up as a child because those beliefs didn't align with me as an adult anymore. It's like I evolved out of that. So for me to be coming back is like full circle. I ain't drunk this Gatorade not one time. But if y'all ain't got no questions right now, I can play this book some more so I can get through it. Just go down these rabbit holes, man. Down to make you go crazy. Hey, I've been down a few rabbit holes. I ain't even gonna
The
lie.
scribe.
Made it through
Then
it
the
though.
Lord said to me, Enoch, scribe of righteousness, go tell the watchers of heaven, who have deserted the lofty sky and their holy everlasting station,
Why?
who have been polluted with
Yeah, why is God telling Enoch to go talk to the Watchers? Ain't the Watchers the angels, right? Why is God sending messages like through a human to other angels? Like, I ain't about to keep questioning y'all because that's what's gonna make the shit last long.
women, and have done as the sons of men do, by taking to themselves wives, and who have been greatly corrupted on the earth, that on the earth they shall never obtain peace and remission of sin.
What is that
For
on?
they shall not rejoice in their offspring. They shall behold the slaughter of their beloved, shall lament for the destruction of their sons, and shall petition forever, but shall not obtain mercy and peace. Chapter 13. Then Enoch, passing on, said to Azazel, Thou shalt not obtain peace.
See,
A great
Enoch could have
sentence
been the
is
next
gone forth
God.
against thee. He shall bind
You
thee.
said like
Neither
y'all are saying enlightening things. Like literally, y'all saying some enlightening shit. Like he could have been grooming Enoch to be the next God for the New Testaments, low key. Because first of all, Enoch didn't die. God was talking to Enoch straight up. I didn't even think they said God seen Enoch. Like so, who knows? God could have retired. I know I would have got sick of this shit long time ago. Love Death. I'm gonna watch that. Probably. I'm gonna try to watch it tonight. So that's why I'm starting to get on here early so I can actually spend time and like watch shows with my wife before I go to sleep. Cause as soon as I get in the bed, you know what I go to do? Sleep. Like patent for cryptocurrency. You know what? People think 666 is a bad number. I don't believe that. Search up angel number 666. It's all about your beliefs. If you think something negative, like that's some negative shit. Like, why would I be saying, oh, 666 is bad? Nah, that's my phone number. Start with 666. So, but I know, like, not to believe everything I'm told. All of these episodes are different, though. As long as it got a message and a meaning, that's all that matters. But we gonna listen to that infancy of Jesus Christ. When you said Jesus was turning people into trees, I'm telling you, that book is on Audible. I need to get that. Like Twilight Zone was. I'm definitely gonna watch that then. Like so, honestly, I ain't gonna stay on here too long though, cause if that, well, let me just write it down so I don't forget. Is my wife in here? Babe, if you in here, let me know and make sure you look on TV. Love, Death, and Robots, and when the yogurt took over, like the Nephilim were red-headed giants with six fingers and was that in the book of Enoch too? About the Nephilim? I know some people that got six fingers. So do that makes them part of that? You know, who says the Nephilim is dead? Who said all of the shit that went on back then ain't going on today? It just ain't happening with us. Like how we know that God ain't talking to certain people and like got them operating in certain ways. Like but we criticizing and talking about them like shit. It be like that sometimes. Indians would say how and hold their hands up. They were complicated on each other. I'm not an Indian. I got like 1% Native American in my DNA chart. Like overall, I got more white in me than I got Indian. I got 10%. I got 9% like of like different white shit. I got like 28% uh, Nigerian. Like that's the most that I got in me is Nigerian. That's like at 28%. So I'm just a mix of shit. But that kind of correlates with my past life too. Like how I got different past lives in different places. I wasn't just a black person. Some people just stay black the whole time. That's because they ain't learning no lesson. They just staying stuck. Once you learn, you get to evolve to the next thing. So, but you don't even have to learn no lesson to like go from black to white, especially if you hate a race. Like if you hate a white person with all your soul and your guts and shit, you either gonna have some white grandbabies or you gonna be white in your next life. So then people gonna hate you. You'll probably be like, what's a white person that act black? Like you'll be one of those type of people for the simple fact you were black in your past life, but you hated white people, so you had to reincarnate and like learn that lesson. So it's different things why we experience what we experience in life. Like so, that's why I try to keep my karma clean. Like I don't try to cause nothing uh, in my life that can go wrong for myself. Oh, but you're a military vet, right? Yeah, I'm a military vet. Saying like, oh shit, I ain't hear that story. I know I ain't see. It's so much shit on this planet. Those are aliens they probably killed. Like extraterrestrials. I'm 100% sure it's more shit that go on this planet that we don't know about. That's hidden from us. Like, man, if you just like go down some of them rabbit holes, Well, I'm gonna expose y'all. I'm gonna expose y'all to some shit. If y'all just stick around, some of the books and shit we listen to, y'all can be like, wait, what? This can't be real. It's gonna expand your mind, and that's what my job is to do: expand people's minds and consciousness. So I'll blow your mind with some shit you ain't gonna believe, some shit you probably call me crazy, but overall, like shit, I'm gonna just tell my truth and tell like some more truth. Like it ain't gonna just be my truth, but like just the truth. So of course, people ain't gonna like that. Of course, what I come across or what I probably read, people gonna be like, ah, that's bad. You don't want to hear that. But it's a lot of propaganda talk. I remember before going to Afghanistan, we heard stories, and you get there and it's not exactly 100%. There's a story out there about trans. I haven't seen none. I was in Afghanistan for 7 months. I seen shit, but it wasn't of like some of that nature. But who wants to talk about that? I got PTSD. Don't think it matters if a white person acts black though. It has to do. No, no, it really does. Like if a white person acts black, then because they grew up in poverty, no, that's just was it's disguised as. But internally, their spirit is of a black person. And so, just because you grow up in black poverty and you white, you're not gonna have the spirit of a black person. I'm telling you, it's with white people out there that got magic like black people because they like fucking was black in a lifetime and they just reincarnated this time as white. White people got a lot more privileges. It's like it's easier like to get shit done as a white person. You got less obstacles. Me, I don't want it that way. I've experienced being white before, but it didn't work out that well. I mean, sometimes it did, but overall it didn't. You gotta see it for yourself from your own hypothesis. Yeah, them ops is definitely gonna be them ops. Like I said, I haven't seen. I've probably seen some UFOs out here, right? But it wasn't like nothing like too close, nor too like. It's just different. It's a bunch of shit. The military got a lot of shit like hidden information, not just the military, but the government, CIA. Like there's some documents, there's books out there like that's been written, like that got published but got took down, that got because it got certain information in it. So I came across a lot of books and but I can't. A lot of those books ain't in audio book form, like so. Shit, a lot of books ain't even in public. I mean, like ain't even published no more, so you can't even find that. Like, but me being the person I am, like I find everything. So I'm just that individual. But I ain't gonna stay on here long tonight though. Like it's cool that y'all came kick it with me. I think that's our system that we really wanted to depend on. Yeah, I'm self dependent, and that's what it is. They don't want you to be dependent on yourself because when you do, you have to only lean on your own, like on your own independence. So it's for me, and when I don't like I said, I don't have no religion. Like I can't blame God if I died and I wasn't successful. Like I can't say that. Like so, I put it on myself. My success is on me. Everything is on me. Like my life is on me. I don't have nobody saying, "Hey, you shouldn't do that. That's right or wrong." No, I set the rules in my life. That's how people supposed. I got my own 10 Commandments. I probably can't name them off the back, but I know what how I operate in life and what I will do and what I won't do. I'll never sell my soul for no sale. So I would never sell my soul for fame, for money, for nothing. Like I probably sell it for some wisdom. If they got some secrets that I wanted, like if it's some wisdom and knowledge out there, I'll probably sell myself for some wisdom and knowledge. But I can always manifest that shit for myself. Like so now I've already came across some shit that I'm like, damn, like I already came across a lot of shit that ain't supposed to be discovered. But I'm a curious person, and when you're anybody know if you want to know something, All you have to do is ask, and it's gonna come. Like literally, it's gonna come. You just gotta be like not overlook it. Like so, if you prayed and asked God for something and it showed up while you was reading or researching, that's how got the answer got there. Like that happens with everything else. Like my answers and my like when I ask, since I like I said, I don't depend on God or anything. Like my when I asked about past lives, well, I don't do it anymore. But when I was just asking my ancestors and my spirit guides. So the answers, like I told people before, like in my past life, I was Robert Johnson. In my last life, I was Robert Johnson. So if anybody knows the story of who he was, people say he sold his soul for to become famous for the blues. I didn't do that, but I wasn't a religious person. I loved to play music. I didn't want to be in a church, and I didn't want to be in the field. So people said that about me while I was alive, but I didn't care because I just knew it was like building me up. But I did not sell my soul, but that was the case. Like so, knowing that today, like I will not. I won't go down the path of music, like industry type shit like that. For the simple fact, I don't want that connotation like to follow me again. Like, oh, I don't want that to follow me again. Even though the shit that I say on my YouTube, it be crazy and outrageous anyway. So people like, man, you do, you did. Like, but nah, like everything that I've done, like I've asked for, and like Robert, I was hearing the name repeatedly before I came across like who I was, like before I finally knew who I was. So then I was seeing the number 27 everywhere, like everywhere, like, and that was the age I died. Like so, I was just seeing certain things repeated after I asked those questions. So those I wasn't asking God about my past life. I was asking my spirit guides and shit. So I got those answers. Bigfoot could be descendants of giants. That's true. I'm white. It don't matter people's color. I go by someone's. Exactly. Like I got a white grandfather. Well, my grandmother married him, but still, he's my grandfather. Like so, and like I said, I got 9% white in me. So, man, like Bigfoot, he's real. He's even in the Bible. Genesis spoke of twins born. The first one that came out with Esau and but Esau and fucking what's his name, Jacob. Like literally, fucking white. I'm not saying they was white people, but they consider as white people. Jacob is black, Esau is white. It came from the same mom, same dad. Like so, I've never seen fucking like. I mean, people say I don't see color. I see color, but I'm just saying, I was never the type of like, no, I don't like white people. My favorite teacher is white. I read it. See, you read everything you could find about me, basically. Now you do you see how things work out? Like, do you see how like who who knew you was come across a person who said, "Hey, yeah, I was that guy in my past life," but you've already done your research. Like so, it's a reason you did that research on Robert Johnson, past lives. Literally, why would you be interested in somebody who was here in the 1920s and 30s? So, a lot of coincidence and things like that happen, like on a nightly basis when I be on live. Like, not like that to the extent, but to kind of like that. They say the devil was head over the music in heaven. I mean, like, did somebody take his position when got fired, or did he just take all the music with him? So now music is all evil. Do they still play music in heaven? Because if I heard right, like if I died and went to heaven, they'll be playing gospel music 24/7. I'm not a fan of that like that. I like rap, like R&B, like all other type of music. But some music that bad it is lead you to the wrong way. Yeah, like so. Yeah, I was definitely Robert Johnson in my past life, and I didn't sell my soul. But I did practice hoodoo and voodoo, so I knew like things that would help me be successful in life. So I did do that. And Christians back then would say, yeah, that's devil work, that's devil worshiping. But hoodoo and voodoo came from Africa. That was the spirituality of people, black people, before they were enslaved. Like so, I was just practicing like my ancestral roots. And most people were like, no, that we're in the church. They were already Christianized. So if you read the Bible, they will say anything like that of that nature. Sorcery is like bad. Like so, I didn't give a fuck what people said, and I still don't today. Now, I won't say God is racist towards souls, black souls and white souls, heaven and hell. He separates them. I mean, look how life is for black people, and look how it is for white people. So, would you say God is racist? I mean, I feel like life goes pretty well for me. Like I shared a post on my community post, and like black might be dangerous, but it's lit. Like, cause man, my life has been lit. I wouldn't change it for the world. Like I said, I've been white before plenty of times in my past life. So, just another thing. But what stood out about you about Robert Johnson? Yin and yang, for sure. So, and like even with the Robert Johnson, like I said, when I was asking about my past life, I was asking different things like, okay, what was I doing? Like, and literally when I had asked that question, right? My friend, her name is Cassandra Gaba. She starred in the movie Conan the Barbarian. She was the Snake Witch in that movie. Like, so me and her are friends, cool. Like, she's super. She's in her 60s now, but like we still cool. Like, develop a friendship. So when I was trying to get into Hollywood, I thought she was gonna be my way into Hollywood. Like that was like a couple of years, but I still developed a friendship over then. But like she was she would make a different post on her Instagram every single day, and it was like kind of like tying into who I was in my past life because we would have different conversations. So like she would make a post like knowing I was gonna read it so we could have the conversation, but she didn't know who I was. But one day, it was a week straight. I say one day she had posted like a guy in a fedora hat. I think that's what it's called, in like a suit. And I had commented on. I'm like, oh, that's old school. That's nice. I couldn't see myself wearing that. And she said, you should try wearing it one day. I said, yeah, I probably did in the past life or in another life. And this was before I knew who I was. Right. The next day, she posted a guitar, and she was basically saying, hey, she was telling me I should go learn a new skill. So I'm like, I always wanted to play the guitar when I was in church. I was a gospel fan. It was a group called the Cancer Spirituals. The favorite, like one of the members, like he was a guitar player, and I loved it. Like so, the next day after she said that, I went to my wife's auntie house and helping her move, and she gives me a guitar. Once again, like I asked who I was, what did I do. I didn't know this was past life stuff at first. So the next day, I think she said like, watch a documentary. Like so, end up watching. No, she had posted an old school car from the 20s. Like, and I'm commenting every day, and then she ended up saying, watch your documentary. I watched the documentary. I mean, the first time I watched a documentary on Netflix, the first thing that pops up is the Devil at the Crossroads documentary. First thing. Never watched a documentary in my life on Netflix. Watched them before, but not on Netflix. So, intuition tells me, click on it. Click on it. The first thing there is a tombstone. It says 19 from May 12th, 1912 to April 16th, 1938. April 16th is the day my father died in this lifetime. He died April 16th, 2001. So that was like, oh shit. And like I said, I kept hearing the name Robert. So I seen the name Robert, seen April 16th, 1938, seen the number 27. I mean, what the 27 wasn't on it, but the days of when I died, 27 popped up. So I'm like, oh shit, let me watch this documentary. Watches the documentary, finds out, oh shit, people said I sold my soul to the devil for fame. Like, no wonder I don't care about fame. No wonder I don't want to be famous. Cause man, that stigma like stuck. That's why people know who I am. Like off the strength of motherfuckers saying sold my soul to the devil. Now, I was the first person part of the 27 Club. Like so, I couldn't learn about my past life until I was like 29 because I was thinking I would have repeated the same cycles. I was already on that path. Like womanizer, like always drinking, like literally. I wasn't doing music, but I was on the same path. Like so, now I'm like, let me get off that. Let me change things in my life, and I've been like on this. Like so, there's no music for me. I'm not trying to be no artist. Only souls, man. Like skin color, bro. Or how Led Zeppelin and all the kind of rock stars was all about the music about Robert Johnson. How he changed and got better when he went back to that main club. Seen the cover of movie theater. I haven't seen that with Zeppelin, but I do know. That's why I fuck with white people a lot. When I died as Robert Johnson, like a guy came looking for me probably like months later. He was a white guy and he wanted me to perform at this major place. I can't forget the Carnegie Hall. And but I had passed away. That was gonna be like my big break into success. Like so years later, like I wasn't famous, like real famous, worldwide famous when I was alive, but I was like locally famous because I was always traveling throughout different cities. Like just me, my suitcase, and my guitar. In every city, I just play, get some money. Once it ran dry, and I would sleep with any woman who had an open home, open room. Like literally, I had a girl in any town I stopped because off the music. Like so, I slept with a lot of men's women off the strength of like me just playing in a nightclub, getting drunk, not giving a fuck who I was talking to, and that's what kind of led to my death. Like so, in this life, I was still on some womanizer shit. Still had a lot of women shit that I was like fucking up, like not getting right, but I changed that shit. So in the song, building a stairway back to heaven, just stairway to heaven. Y'all know y'all some Zeppelin. I never heard. I know who they are, just never checked them out. Probably will though. Like now that y'all mention them, but yeah, like I know a lot of white people was like recreating my music and using my lyrics, and I wasn't mad for the simple fact like they were just helping me be known more. Like they were just helping me like that was giving me more energy. So March 14th, they released a movie called The Crossroads. It came out like the 1980s. Anybody, if you research Robert Johnson, you know about this movie. March 14th is my birthday, like in this lifetime. They released that movie March 19 something. I mean 1980 something. Then they released the album in 1990. Like that was a Grammy. It won a Grammy for that album. Like so, March 14, 1990. It was like they was just calling me to come back. Like they was releasing my music. They was like even made it into the like the Blues Hall of Fame. Like off the strength of a past life things I did in the 1920s. And we talking about my past life. So if you just know him, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like yeah, I was kind of famous, but it wasn't off the strength of some positivity. So I need to look at the whole. Should I? Do I need to listen to the song, or do I need to look at the cover? Because I can look at the cover right now. Can't forget that other thing. Yeah, a lot of albums, don't they? I'm looking at the what y'all talking about? How y'all feel about Hotel California? You think you explain the game? What is the? You know what was crazy about Hotel California, right? When I was a Christian as a kid, we had this event called Hallelujah Night. Like where we didn't go fucking trick or treating or nothing. We went to this church and they had this performance where like all the celebrities basically they said they was going to hell and they had this Hotel California. I think that's what it was called. But and yeah, they was just basically saying like all the stars were basically leading people the wrong way with their music. And this was I was a kid going to this big ass church, like, and they had this play with all these like fake music. Dolly, they had Dolly Parton up there and shit. Like, and I remember the Hotel California being up on there. Hey, if she believed that, you never know. With the Eagles Road Hotel California. I'm looking at the Stairway to Heaven right now, and I see that angel. Oh, so he's considered a fallen angel? Well, he is on his knees. What's in the background, though? I'm trying to zoom in on this shit. Everything. I can't see everything, though. I be trying to see everything in the picture, like, not just, like, the main thing, like, but I never heard that. I mean, I never listened to Led Zeppelin music. I would check them out, though. I ain't even gonna lie. But yeah, I haven't ate dinner yet, so this was a dope live tonight. Really appreciate y'all for coming through. So now somebody comment another thing and start up another conversation before then, like I end the live, then it's gonna be good night to you guys. Till tomorrow. Peace.